All right. Oh wait, I haven't set up my camera yet. Also, hello.
Oh fuck, I forgot. I need to mute the stream or I'll hear you twice.
Yes. Oh wait. Also, I just realized I need to set up my. Oh fuck! I didn't set up Task. I forgot to do literally everything. I didn't.
Oh no, how are you going to make push-ups on the on the floor?
The webcam is set up.
Oh, sit-ups this time?
No what?
Are you going to do sit-ups this time? I'm not sure if I understood what you were saying properly.
Well, I can do sit-ups if it has to be.
Oh, I see.
Well,
1 bit for 1 sit-up, or what's the exchange ratio?
or something like that. I mean, sit-ups aren't as taxing
Tiresome?
as.
No, they're not. They are quite chill compared to push-ups.
Exactly. I could also do burpees if I want to kill myself.
I have no fucking idea what that even is.
You don't know what burpees are?
No.
Also, by the way, hello people on the stream.
Hello people on the stream. Bartix mostly because I don't think there's anyone else here.
Raider is also here, at least in the chat.
Oh, he is. He's not visible yet then.
Yeah, loud. Well, don't mind me. Burpees are you jump up into the air.
I just googled it. Yeah, I see. It's that thing where you alternatively
jump up into the air and do a sit-up. Push-up, not sit-up. I'm just gonna be here. Yeah, well, we have our bro talk together. Okay.
Yeah.
Sadly,
Or
like I said,
completely heteronormative bro talk.
Yeah. Sadly, Tusk is gonna be absent for today because I'm too lazy to go fetch him now. Especially because now I have to stream with my headphones on, so I'm actually able to listen to you.
I'm sure somebody will point out his absence sooner or later and complain about it, like mid-stream.
Well, he is the most interesting part of the stream, so
in fact, I bet Valvedrix is going to come over here in like 30 minutes and ask where he is.
Also,
and chastise you for.
Also,
how the hell did you jump up here?
Yeah, I was about to say I did not know you can actually. I did not know that rope actually has collision.
Well, nameless hero confirmed for being a master tightrope walker.
Yeah, not walker, jumper even. Because as soon as I tried to walk on it, he fell off. But like if
you should just keep jumping up until you make it up.
Yeah, jumping works well, but as soon as I try to walk on it, he just falls on flat on his ass.
Yeah, I'm very disappointed that there is nothing on top of this tent.
Oh, I guess you're everything but content.
Please.
I don't care. Yeah, I'm as surprised as you are, Bardix. I did not think those things were solid.
Well, I'm just disappointed that the devs have allowed you to get up there and put nothing on top. That's
it's-
like a massive
Nothing to
oversight
be
as
had
far as
there.
I'm concerned.
Well, let's fry some meat first. So, we still have a couple of razors to kill. I'm at the library, so I might as well do the library as well. Although I'm a little bit
Oh
afraid
lord,
of...
no, that sounds like a terrible idea.
Well, I sooner or later have to do the library.
Well, yeah, sooner or later, but we can hardly kill a living shadow beast, let alone one of those flaming monstrosities.
Yeah,
I mean, you can try, but
but the thing is, I'm hardly
remember
gonna
that
get...
they're immune to ice block.
They are immune to ice block?
Yes, I don't know why, but they seem to just completely
Nothing to
ignore
be
it.
had
There are
there.
a few enemies that react like that.
Are you sure? I could have...
I'm not 100% sure, but I'm like 90% sure that they ignore that effect outright.
I bet my delicious buttocks that they're not immune to that.
Okay, I am taking your delicious buttocks if they are.
My buttock stays right where it is. You can have, I don't know, something else. My bu- I still need that for sitting and shit.
That's okay. You can always transfer them via the stream.
Dude,
Nothing
do
there.
you like it perfect?
Okay, silence. It's only been 4 minutes, and this is already getting really homoerotic.
Wait a minute. A demon? What is that? That looks like a sleeping guinea pig.
Well, it is the shadow beast.
But the model looks fucked up, and it's called.
Yeah,
but
because
it's
there's
called-
no fire on it. That's how it looks like. But for some reason, the fire isn't.
Also, it's just called demon.
Yeah, I don't remember what its name was in the.
Because I'm pretty sure it's called like
the
Fire Devil or something like that.
Yeah, Fire Devil. That was the name of it.
Also, that looks more like a almost naked, not guinea pig. How are those pigs called with spikes in their back?
Hedgehog.
Almost. Like, kind of hedgehog. But
Oh, I know what you mean. Echidna
yeah.
or something like this.
Also, no, that's something. That's a new enemy. Yeah, that's a different. That's a new
What?
enemy. Also, those
What the
sound.
heck? Okay, I need to unmute. Oh lord. This looks like this kind of reminds me of a hunger from Morrowind, if you've ever seen one of those.
God, the sounds it makes. Yeah, it's like.
It's snoring.
Yeah, but that is weird snoring. Stop it, please. Okay, I'll make it stop. It's probably gonna murder me. Although it's kind of small and cute. I mean, it's
distressingly small for something called a demon.
yeah. That's my thoughts exactly. All right, let me spank you.
Maybe it's weak to piercing attacks
What the?
or getting.
Okay, it gave me 300
Nothing to
experience.
plunder.
What
I
the
didn't-
hell was that attack animation?
Yeah, I don't know either, but I didn't get hit.
What just happened?
I didn't get hit. Like it did something, but I didn't
It
get
looked like it
hit.
was spazzing out.
Nothing to be had there.
Yeah, it looked like I got hit, but I didn't get hit.
Well,
I mean, I won't
this is what
complain.
happens when the Liver team decides to add in its own new enemies.
Like I didn't I like it lived so short, like for such a quick time that I couldn't even tell what kind of attack pattern, like what it's based off.
Do you have a save before you fought it? Because I am really curious to see what it does if you don't kill
Well,
it.
Nothing there.
I'm pretty sure we'll bump into one anyway again.
Yeah, that's quite likely, I suppose.
I'm sure they won't make a custom enemy just for one singular counter. Like from the model, I would probably guess it's based on a lurker, maybe. But I have no clue.
I mean, this is the Shadow Beast death pose too. So
Yeah,
it does
could also-
seem like something Shadow Beast based.
Yeah, but it did not do like the charge attack, which Shadow Beasts do.
Well, maybe it was trying to do the charge attack, and that's why it had that weird ass animation that looked like it was spazzing out.
Also, I'm fading on this block combination.
Yeah, but you're
forever.
not breaking your lockpick because you have some other dexterity.
Yeah, I'm a dexterous boy. Let's see how many lockpicks do I have at this point.
We're like 30.
Are they? Oh man, I have exactly 30.
Vassar the fucking prophet.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, the most talky boy is currently with me in voice chat, so that's why there's nothing happening in chat. Okay.
Yeah, but if you'd like Bartix, I can spam some emotes so that you feel less lonely.
Yeah. But don't you be using my waifu. Yeah.
Is this your waifu?
No. Ah! God fucking damn it! I was like, aren't there like enemies here? Then as soon as I open the door, I get stomped at by those goddamn stone.
Thankfully,
sentinels.
they're weak to being shot.
Yeah. Still, they make an awful racket. Oh yeah, Jesus. They're everything but rock solid. Ow! They still...
Rocks are overrated.
Nothing to plunder.
Yeah, Jesus. Oh.
Nothing to be had there.
Okay, let me... Should I go sleep? Yeah, why not? Let's go sleep. Challenge accepted. I see it coming like the stream protocol will be like, oh, it's like 50% less messages compared to the last stream.
Oh please,
wonder
Bartik.
why.
This is Gothic. Crossbows and bows are literally the same thing.
Well, at least in this game. It's like, hey, hey, look, at the crossbow has the exact same fire rate than the bow, because that makes sense.
Does the crossbow even exist in Gothic 4? Or does Arcania have bows only? I don't remember.
That's a good question. I was about to say, of course they have, but then for a moment I wasn't. I think they have.
I don't remember seeing them. Maybe they exist.
Invisible crossbows.
But like, that game's shooting mechanics are so fucked, I can't imagine if they would actually have a crossbow in them.
You think the mechanics are range mechanics are fucked in Arcania?
I think they're fucked in that the
Nothing
bows
there.
are completely overpowered with how
Nothing
they
there.
work.
Oh, I was about to say, because I thought that's was one of the more fun aspects of the game, that you could actually like manually aim.
Well,
And
you can manually aim in Gothic 3, which makes it the best game for bows by far.
Oh hey, look what's there! It's a demon, and it's alive. Not alive. It's not snoring away creepily.
In fact, what's funny is that in Gothic 3, magic is so blatantly overpowered and also horribly boring that it's actually more interesting to play as an archer.
Also, one thing I just realized is that I'm better off not sleeping, because then the demony boys are sleeping. Okay, that means I have to get scared by the fucking stone guardians again.
Well, you can
no,
get
wait.
scared by something you know is already coming.
Well, alright, let me try and melee fight this thing. Oh,
Well, you can try shooting it.
what the hell? It has such a... Jesus, 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 Jesus! This thing is so aggressive.
Yeah, that does look kind of like a lurker.
It has its own... Jesus
It's like a combination between a lurker and a shadow beast.
Okay, the animations are just whack as hell.
And it's teabagging you now. Well, it's teabagging your dick to be precise.
Well, it looks like a strange form of 69.
I think your mouth is a bit too far away from its genitals.
Oh, I have an idea what I can do.
Or maybe it's cloaca. I'm not sure what kind of sex
Ha!
organ humans
Get
would-
fucked!
Okay, I did not expect that, but I'm not sure that's going to be very functional.
Well, I mean, as soon as it loses aggro and walks back, I can repeat that.
Well, it might regenerate health.
Do they in this game?
I'm not sure, but there was something you tried killing slowly, and the
Yeah.
enemies
now that you
regained full health.
Also, where is it? I think as soon as I open the door, I'm gonna get fucked by it.
Well, sometimes you just get fucked in life. What can you do?
Yeah, like it's not here anymore.
Maybe it vanished through the floor, like Daggerfall.
Huh. It's nowhere to be seen. Could be that it really just glitched through the...
Yeah, probably
Oh, there-
glitched through the floor.
Oh no.
That
Oh, it's
thing
just-
seemed
Oh,
like it
nope,
barely
it fell.
existed in this universe in the first place,
Ow.
with how janky its movement was.
Oh, now it's giving me a BJ.
Wow, that thing came back quick. Yeah, this time it's blowing you from the front.
Also, yeah, it also kind of does a hand job animation.
Hand blowjob. That's like I think that's just part of a regular blowjob, honestly.
Okay, I think it's the best idea to just keep come by night, so those things are sleeping.
Hello,
Hey, Bloodney Yolanden.
Bloodne.
I never heard that name. Never heard that name before in this chat. Hello, new person. If you're a new person, and if you're not a new person, I'm sorry for having forgotten about you.
Let's see,
Welcome.
account created in 2015. So at least it's not newly created out of someone else, I guess.
Yeah. Could you stop making such a racket, you big stoners? Look at me. I'm made out of stone. Look at my swag walk.
I miss the music when they.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, now that you mention it, it's weird that isn't that only on selected Stone Sentinels though?
I'm not sure, but it always feels weird when you don't have the.
Oh shit! There's a demon. Well, I'm gonna be dead. Could I at least get out the weapon?
Nope. I guess they removed fire devils from the game and
I guess
replaced
so.
them with demons.
Well, the fire devils were kind of lame in the end, to be honest.
Well, they were, but are you telling me this thing is not?
It's interesting to say the least.
It's only interesting because you've never seen it before. As on its own, it's a really retarded thing.
Could you stop following me, please?
I don't
At
think
least-
enemies ever stop following you when you're backpedaling.
Oh, I guess I could just backpedal to the teleporter.
To the pirate camp.
Wait, I have an idea. Ow. Climb up! Okay.
That was overly optimistic. Also, I
it's, a,
forgot to start up my death count.
it's a fast porcupine. Well, that's one way to describe it, I suppose.
Fast porcupine. That's a decent description.
Let me see if I can just aggro the Stone Sentinel. Okay, I think I only aggroed the Stone Sentinel. Yeah, Stumpy McStumpfoot. I do not remember those Stone Sentinels being so hilariously weak.
No.
Yeah, I do remember them being so hilariously weak, actually.
It's so strange.
When I played Archer first time, believe me, I was also really surprised that they die with like 2 arrows.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to approach those demon things, to be honest. I think the best idea is definitely just to go back to sleep and surprise them again while they're having sleepy time.
Also, the lighting effect looks so weird in this, with how the torches have a literal halo around them, like a sun.
They were weak, but I never saw them being weak 2 hours. Well, I guess Stone Sentinels were never particularly strong. They just had the annoying trait that it was basically impossible to kill them without
Getting
taking
hit.
damage.
Yep.
Oh hey, look, demon's back.
But yeah, for some reason their projectile defense is pretty much, I think, the same as their regular defense. I mean, this is overall a trait you will notice in Gothic 2. Golems have the exact same thing. Like, you can shoot stone golems to death. without
Oh,
problem.
nice! Can I actually hit it through the door? Yes, I can. Because the head
nice.
pokes through.
Nothing there.
Alright. Another way to find out how to break the game.
Blunt bonus Bartex. I don't think Gothic 2 even differentiates
Nothing
between
there.
blunt and
It does actually.
bladed weapons. Does it for what?
For golems, for example.
No, golems take normal damage from bladed weapons in Night of the Raven.
No, they do not.
They do.
I'm pretty certain. Like you can also see that here, like I can see blunt damage, blade
Blunt
damage.
damage is a liver addition, so
No, it's not.
I mean the
No, it's
description
not.
here is a liver
Nothing there.
addition, and the
Yeah, but
separate-
But it actually
Defenses
they're
are
actually
liver
the
addition.
game did actually does also Gothic 2 Night of Grim did actually differentiate between blunt and sharp weaponry.
Did it for what? For golems? I can boot up my game right now and record you a clip of killing a golem
Like-
with a master sword without a problem.
Yeah, of course you can, because golems are hilariously easy to beat. No, I am because I think I also did differentiated that in the Gothic 2 LP. I'm pretty sure that I made like sheets where I said that that stone golems, there are like yeah. See in the original Blood was it more damage. to
So
golems
what's
and-
what's the damage difference between the two?
like okay? Let me quickly whip up. Because it's also like on the Montgesenge database. Okay, fine. Let me look it
Because it must be pretty insignificant, because I never noticed it.
up. Okay, let's see, Montgesenge.
Or maybe it's the other way around, that they are already easy to kill with a bladed weapon, and they're even easier to kill with a blunt weapon.
Monster Stone Golem. Yeah, they have 50 blunt armor and 100 edge armor. So it's actually 50 less protection. And instead of
Really?
stone sentinels, it's 40 blunt and 90 edge.
Why does so wait, this isn't even added by liver? Liver
No.
just shows you those stats?
Yeah, it shows you that. Like I think also no skeletons. No skeletons. It's they're only only little enemies that actually differentiate. For example, like skeletons don't care about blunt or edge. There are only like a few selected enemies that really differentiate between that. But it exists.
Well, that's pretty sad actually, because you can kill golems so easily with bladed weapons that I genuinely thought that they forgot to even add the blunt weapon weakness.
Let's see. Edge point. Oh yeah, of course. Oh yeah, blunt weapon. The edge is. I mean, point is like I can just. Yeah, it's also depending on the world. Like for example, swamp golems don't give a shit. They have the same protection, and I think fire. Let's see, fire golems. Fire golem. Oh, he actually also has a bit less protection against blunt weaponry. Okay, enough of that.
Well, color me surprised. I guess they made the golems so weak I didn't even manage to notice that they had a weakness.
I think like I said, I think when did I show the sheet for the stone golems? I would say probably when I went to the stone dragon. Oh yeah, I'm curious though. Is the stone dragon also weak to blunt weaponry? Let me see.
I sincerely doubt that.
Stone dragon Pedrakan. Nope, he's not. That don't make too much sense.
I mean, the fire dragon isn't weak to ice, and the ice dragon isn't weak to fire, so I would be surprised if they bothered to remember to
Nothing
make the
there.
stone dragon weak to something.
Okay, can I somehow... Hello, porcupine.
It's like a Sonic character.
Oh, did he follow me? Yes, he did. Good. Can you poke your head through the door? Thank you.
This is so ridiculous.
It's dumb, and I love it. Jesus, the sound they make when they die is horrible.
You know,
Nothing
there is
there.
nothing more traditionally gothic than exploiting the game to kill enemies.
It really is. It's like, oh, I guess I shouldn't be here right now, but I'm still going to exploit every way to still be able to proceed through this area.
It's like when I was doing my ranged playthrough of Jarkandar. I was killing those orcs alone by baiting them into the water so that they're swimming while I'm shooting them in the face.
Well, I just realized I can already read those lecterns.
Yeah.
Shouldn't I be able to read them until I learn like one of the higher languages?
There's
think
no languages at all, so...
No, I did learn the peasant language. Like
Oh, you
it's
did?
just, Yeah, I learn. It's just that I didn't require any learning points.
Oh, well they removed the other languages, so.
Well, I haven't talked to the hermit yet.
And I also think that actually reading those never required a higher language skills.
Could be.
I think they were all written like the simplest ones that you could read them for, being able to
what
understand the plot and answer
Okay,
questions.
either that's a graphical error or... Oh no, it's a graphical error. I was about to say, look at this... Oh, Jesus. Look at super fancy statue right here.
Nice quality textures to be found here.
Jesus. I actually like it that way. It looks like super fancy.
Also, Bartix, please. Killing trolls in Gothic 2 is not an exploit. That is the intended way to fight.
Yeah. You spank them in the bum until they are no more. Basically just give them hemorrhages.
They turn so slowly for a reason,
Well, not anymore in L'Hiver.
No.
Or rather, they still turn slow, but now they just do the stompies and then you're dead.
Liver said no fun allowed.
Well, I mean, it was kind of silly how we defeated trolls in the end.
I liked it.
Yeah, it was kind of funny, but it's just kind of dumb how like the hardest enemy in the game is just defeated by just playing Ring Around the Rosie against him.
I mean, you say like it's so easy, but as soon as you have a troll and any other enemies, it actually becomes quite a big challenge to deal with.
Yeah, but I meant as the hardest enemy, the black troll who is all alone in the end.
Okay, yeah, the black troll was a bit of a joke, but again, it's a bit of a. It's one of those things I like about this game in particular is how you can win fights against enemies that are far stronger than you, because there's ways to avoid damage, and with Liver there's no way to avoid damage from some enemies like those trolls.
Oh, I mean, they're still stone sentinels.
It
Nothing to be
took
had there.
okay, yeah, but stone sentinels are Knight of the Raven
Bullshit.
yeah, bullshit edition, coded in like 5 minutes probably. They were like, we need a new enemy type for the add-on. I mean, is there even any other enemy type with a new moveset aside from the Stone Sentinels in Night of the Raven compared to Vanilla Gothic 2?
Which are the new enemies added? The boars were added, but they're just a copy-paste of wolves. And yeah, the Stone Sentinels do look cool. Also, I wouldn't say the hardest... Like, Fire Dragon I wouldn't consider a regular enemy. I would consider it a boss. Then again, I guess the Vector would also be technically a boss. Although, I mean, the Black Troll is based off a
Regular troll, yeah.
Ooh, I can rate the sarcophagi. Yeah, the
But like all of the other enemies that are like an addition of Night of the Raven, I'm not even sure which those are because I don't remember what Vanilla Gothic 2 had.
The swamp golems are new.
Like, were the swamp enemies present in Vanilla Gothic 2 in the swamp dragons area or not?
I think the swamp gas drones were new.
Yeah, but those are just blood flies that explode on death. So.
Yeah, I mean that is a kind of a new property. They give you bullshit damage.
It is, but I'm talking about
the patterns.
Movesets. And as far as I can think, Stone Sentinels are the only enemy of a new moveset added in by Night of the Raven.
Also, yeah, there's only one black troll in the whole game.
Which kind of proves the point of, this is
Shield of the Priests.
Shields. Omega Lul.
What does it actually do? Does it have a certain properties?
Yeah, I bet it has the property of giving you defense and nothing else.
It increases my maximum health by 50.
All shields increase your maximum health by something, I think.
But I need 75 strength to wield it. Guess those healers were kind of working out a lot.
Hey, you ever saw D&D priest? Come on, like they're buff.
Yeah.
To wear those maces.
And they got leather satchel apparently. Yoink. Thanks for the
Or
money.
even better, Warhammer priests with a hammer.
God. I don't know. I don't like the Warhammer universe. It's just too over the top for me. I just
I
find it
think
too...
that's kind of its point.
Yeah,
Being
I
over-
know, I know. It's just that I know that it's just a kind of a, like, that's kind of the idea, that it's just so over the top, but I'm just not part of it, like, in the joke. Kind of the same, like, okay, not kind of the same, but also like how, like, those Lord of the Weed and all the Harry Potter parodies that are just as primitive as possible is also kind of part of the joke, but I just don't find it funny.
Lord of the Weed.
Yeah, that's a German production. In the sense that it's just Lord of the Rings, but it's just like, haha, the reason why everybody wants the ring is because it gives such a huge high, and it's...
Okay, yeah, but let's be honest, Warhammer has a bit more
Yeah, oh,
thought put into it than
I
Lord of
know.
the
That's
Weed.
why I said it's not accurate.
Not, yeah, I'm sure some Warhammer fans like Vito would be very offended right now.
Also, Bardex found a plot hole. Why do those old civilization have current day gold?
I mean, to be entirely honest, the old coins are just the new money that got old, so...
Oh, but we got a letter satchel with new gold in it.
But that's the point, it's the same currency. It's,
Yeah, I can
it's the same, like the old coins are the same coins as the new coins, it's just that they got old. But these ones were kept in a leather satchel, so they didn't get old. And those that were kept in like nice chests also didn't get old. See?
Okay, this discussion is getting old now. Ha.
Was that a pun?
Sort of. Kind of.
Wow, that was like the lowest effort pun I've ever heard.
I know. I know.
Well, have
Alright.
you met any... Well, it's because, you know, the old coins, they are old and you can no longer see the official markings on them, so they cannot validate their...
Okay, what kind of emote is that from Real London? What the fuck?
Why, it's a communism IQ, can't you see?
AGR 1052 1 communism 52 IQ. What the hell does it even mean?
1052 IQ with a communist.
Oh, I see.
And the flag of anarcho-syndicalism, as far as I can tell.
Oh, it's a flag of something? Ah, whatever.
Well, black over red, if I recall correctly, is the flag of anarcho-syndicalism.
Well,
Or maybe it was red over black, I'm not sure.
well, I guess if it makes them happy.
Oh, it was red with black, but in like a triangular shape.
Wait, aren't there also Greg treasures somewhere in the canyon here?
There is on top of that little thingy magic. Actually, shouldn't you have his map from the bottle from his house?
Oh yeah, true. It's like a message in a bottle, right? Yeah, message in a bottle. Treasure map revealed. Nefarious' map, Garen's map, map of the Valley of the Mines, treasure map.
So many
Yeah.
maps.
Oh yeah, I already missed one treasure. Yeah, I have to go back.
Treasures are overrated.
And I have to... Anyway, I have to still find the lost razors.
They're full of fucking garbage.
The
Like-
razors are full of garbage?
No, the treasures are.
I mean, it's something. And it's more the... I would also say it's more the idea of stealing from Greg that makes it more appealing.
When Greg's like one of the nicest people in this game.
Really? No, he's a dickhole.
Well, who's not a dickhole in this game?
Edda, because she makes you fish soup.
Yeah, and you
No,
can
that's-
give her a statue of Enos just to steal it back immediately.
Yeah. And no, making fish soup for me is not a euphemism. Although she only gives me one per day, which makes literally no sense, because it's like, hey, I have this big big ass kettle, and I'm only giving you one single fish soup.
I
Diego and
mean,
Laris aren't. Yeah,
it takes a very long time for a fish to cook.
Found
You know?
something.
Letter satchel, blank rune. Why does Greg even bury a blank rune?
Because
I mean,
he can't use it.
Yeah, it's also, does he even recognize it? Is his Arcana skill high enough to recognize that as a magic rune?
He just sees a piece of rock.
Yeah, and it's like, why, like, because...
No, you
even
know,
in
I
the-
know what it is. It's like he goes to a store and like he like sees this retarded piece of rock, and he asks how much it's worth, and he's like, "Oh yeah, I would sell this to you for 100 gold pieces." And he's like, 100 gold pieces? This must be valuable. And he like, every time he sees one of those, he just collects them just to
Yeah.
bury them somewhere.
Yeah, it also annoys me that you have to bring your own fish with Ada. Although bringing fish is not really a problem. I mean, I have 65 fish. But the thing is, fish soup in this game is actually really OP now because it restores 25% health.
Well,
It's
I mean,
it's just so hilarious how
fried meat is OP, so
yeah, it's just so hilarious how this game makes healing potions completely obsolete.
yeah, fried meat, best 10 out of 10. It's just like Gothic 3 all over again. Except Gothic 3 actually had a really overpowered health potion.
Mm. Okay, not including the escort mission with Diego. I don't know.
I mean, the
Oh.
potions are boosted in power. It's just they're not percentage based.
Which makes them ultimately worse. Because, I mean, at this point, I think...
Well, they're
the
good in the early game, you know.
Yeah. I mean,
Besides,
you're
the
better off
amount
just
of
selling
health,
them.
the amount of health you get every level is so little that these still actually fill quite a decent
Yeah.
amount of your health pool.
Okay, that recovers 75 health at this point, and I'm at 270. So...
Yeah, so
it-
that's more than a piece of meat.
Yeah, but like in like 2 or 3 levels or so, it's gonna be worse. Or like it's gonna be worse than a fish soup.
Well, fish soup are very nutritious, you know.
Nothing fishy about them. Oh, hey, I found a razor. Oh shit, I found 2
You
razors.
see, this game is trying to teach you that
Eating
it's
fish
it's very important to stay well fed on a quest. You can't just rely on health potions alone.
Where's the last razor? I saw a second razor running at me.
Well, Bartix, boosting health potions, the normal ones, would kind of make the pure life essence pretty much completely worthless. So
In other words, no, they probably just should have nerfed the meat. Oh god, there's a bloodhound.
I mean, they just made meat overpowered. That's the thing. It's not that potions are too weak. It's that meat is broken.
Yeah. that just sounds so dumb. Meat is broken.
Yeah, meat overpowered. Vegans BTFO'd.
Although that is true. Although bread also restores 15%.
Yeah, but you don't have such a
No,
massive
wait.
stock of bread, so
No, bread is... It depends on what kind of bread. Usually bread is vegan. But it depends whether it was made with milk.
bread is vegan more often than not. But
Yeah.
point is, you know, you don't get a massive stock of bread. Like bread is just good. Meat is fucking overpowered because you have so much of it.
Yeah. I mean, look at water. It just restores 8 health flat.
I mean, water is for fucking faggots. So.
Yeah, who needs that? I mean, yeah, stew and ham is.
I
Like,
mean, if you
is-
think water is bad, check out beer.
Yeah, I know it's just flat amount. But it's a dark paladin, whatever. That means.
Isn't beer's like 3 health?
Okay. Alright, let's dread the Bloodhounds, because they have the same attack pattern as Shadow Beasts and also already established.
But their stats are weak.
Yeah, Jesus.
Yeah, don't underestimate the power of archery.
Yeah, Jesus, two arrows and they're dead. Well, I sure as hell won't complain about that. Okay,
In
there's-
that mine, in the back, the buried treasure, if I recall correctly, was used to be like one of those skill boosting tablets, but since they removed those, there's gonna be nothing interesting now.
These beers can be sold in Gothic. Oh, you can also sell them here. They're worth 20 gold. Oh,
Well,
more
20 gold means you get 2 gold out of it, so...
more bloodhounds. You and me,
In Gothic
baby.
1, things were worth much better.
Could you stop play Ring Around the Rosy? You look ridiculous.
Worth much more, I mean. I need to pay attention to my proper grammar, not to sound like a total retard.
Yeah, don't die. What the? Okay, yeah, they have new attacks, and they look silly as hell, and they're basically undodgeable. It looks like.
Also,
Because-
BRB, don't block me meanwhile.
Sure thing. Yeah, in Gothic 1, beer had like no use, right, Bardix? I think you couldn't even drink it for restoring health. It was just a value item you could just throw at traders. I mean, people that... Traders in the sense of those people that exchange wares.
Hi, I'm back. Took me a really long time.
Yeah, I was about to say, I was already getting chummy with Bardix, and then you returned.
Hey, somebody locked the cat on the balcony, and this thing kept meowing at me from outside the window, so I had to let it in.
Let the kitty go in.
I mean, come on. Have you ever had a cat meow at you from outside the window? That's really annoying.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. Oh, for God's sake. No! No! I don't wanna. Stop it. Oh god, I'm in tap dancing purgatory again.
It wouldn't be a Gothic stream if this didn't happen at least once.
But I never had that happen in the main game.
Really?
No. I'm serious. That never happened to me in the main game, like, without the add-on.
Seriously? That happens to me all the fucking time.
No, I actually never had that.
It's even worse in Gothic 1 than in Gothic 2.
Never had that in Gothic 1 either.
Then
Oh, okay. I am free. I am free from the tap dancing curse. Rejoice by walking to this dead end that has absolutely no purpose. Okay, let's check out the mine. I don't know. I never had that. Simple as that.
Kosh, you defy the rules of this game.
Yeah, I sometimes had him slide around, but he recovered always fairly quickly from it. It's not like he...
I got lost. I got stuck so many times in that position. It's not even funny.
Is there something of use up here even? I still
No.
like how much random. Maybe I always think Liver had it here.
Look how fucking shit the textures are in this area.
Yeah, it's
Like
ain't pretty.
the way they transist between the different rock faces is
Yeah, or like that.
disgusting.
It's also it's beautiful, like where you can see where they wanted to update the textures and where they didn't. It's such a horrible clash.
Stretchy.
Yeah. Christ, this to happen. Yeah, it's Liver.
Liver.
I can constantly remind you of it by pronouncing it all the time.
You need to say it in the most snooty way possible.
Oh dear lord.
Liver. DirectX 11. No, I don't know how 11 is in French.
11.
You
Also,
know
there's
French.
a
Nice.
demon snoring again.
Well,
Oh, let's go spank it.
I like how these things are apparently all over the place, and yet we haven't met one last stream.
Okay, I sort of beat it. It also beat me, but I have meat, so I don't care.
Yeah.
Hey, Tavarian.
Hello, Tavarian or Tavarian.
Also, look, there's a new enemy, which is called like an old enemy, but it's a demon porcupine.
Yeah, they should have called it something else.
Yeah, I think it's yeah.
Like
Oh
a-
yeah, porcupine is the word I was looking for.
Demonoid. No, I wonder if
They're
I
based on
wonder
something.
if in the original Russian these things had a different name from the other demons.
Yeah, so they just lazily translated it.
Yeah, and it just ended up being the same in this.
No, the old ones are also still demons.
Also, gotta love how like all of the biggest add-ons for the old games are always made by Russians.
It's true. I guess they have much time on their hands.
Russians are the master programmers, hackers,
Oh, okay,
fanboys.
okay, it's just a mind crawl. I can easily beat it by just flailing my weapon back and forth.
The unofficial add-on to Heroes of Might and Magic 3, Horn of the Abyss, which adds a lot of stuff and fixes a lot of
Nothing to
stuff,
be
is
had
also
there.
made by Russians. So
I can imagine. I could imagine that also I'm pretty sure also most of the Stalker patches are from Russians.
I mean, Stalker is a Russian game, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that makes more sense. But here you have a German game, and I'm not actually sure. Heroes 3, like
Nothing there.
what's the nationality of the New World company that made it?
Oh, okay. Oh well.
Probably Brits, Britbongs.
Okay, summon Golem. A rune I can't use. Chin. Chin. Chin.
Oh, it was New World Computing, not New World Company. Oh, Americans, Ameriburgers.
Also, I like that there are Warg skins and Shadow Beast stuff, even though there's not a single Warg or Shadow Beast in this in Jartendar.
Somebody, maybe many years ago, there used to be Wargs and Shadow Beasts in this ecosystem, but then it all desertified.
Leather satchel. Pitch. Hooray.
Yeah, see, there would be a
tablet here.
tablet here if they weren't removed.
Oh yeah, no, never mind, I'm an idiot. There are Shadow Beasts. There's one you have to kill in the pirate camp that massacred me the last time I tried to kill it. A doi.
Yeah, but there's no Shadow Beast in the canyon, duh.
Yeah, more like Kantian.
What?
I don't know.
What? It's like one of those comedy sketches where one person is trying really hard to make the worst joke possible from every single thing that is being said.
Yeah, I know.
Can.
I
Wow,
mean
God.
that's always my goal.
To make everyone cringe.
Yeah, when everybody collectively groans at the table, I feel content. I managed it last time during our last D&D session as well, when everybody but me got locked into a force cage.
Be assured that I am giving you the negative joke karma all the time.
Yeah, like they were all locked into a force cage, and then I asked my DM if I could move over to the force cage and slap it and say this cage can hold so many plebs in it, and he allowed it.
Wow.
And it was beautiful.
Wow.
Oh, more D&D stories. Is that cool? Is that cool? Sarcastic or not? I'm not
cool.
Yeah, it's
wow.
like
More D&D stories. Cool.
Yeah, I'm genuinely not sure whether that's a positive or negative. Cool.
Yeah, you should have written it like.
Oh, okay, not sarcastic. Ooh, lightning. That's nice. Cool. Yeah, they're pretty neat. Well, didn't we want to didn't we want to have like a DM talk together? Something
Yeah,
like
we
that?
did, but the night's still young.
Yeah.
Don't have to hurry for it.
Well,
Look
the thing
how
is,
much fun we're having exploring this canyon.
Yeah, the thing is, right now I'm not in a dialogue-heavy place where I need to concentrate, so this would probably be like the best moment to probably thematicize, or however you want to put that. Talk about it.
Yeah, I mean, I guess so. Previously we were too distracted by very important issues such as broken movesets of Stone Guardians and new enemies like demons. But I guess now nothing interesting is going to be happening while we're exploring the Minecrawler caves, so...
Exactly.
If you would like, you can begin your story about how you DM the game.
So
Make sure
do
to
you just
preface it prep properly so that we can all get in the mood.
do you just want to? Is it more about the content I gave, or more about the experience for myself as a first time
Just
dungeon master?
describe as much as you think is interesting,
Okay. Well,
Like
basically,
start with, the people, the game, how it
alright.
happened.
Oh, you mean also the organizing stuff or something like that?
Yeah,
Nah.
how you came to organize it, because that's an important part of the experience.
It's pretty simple. It was people on Reddit looking for a D&D group, and it was like, I'm currently writing a campaign, so I might as well. I could, we could have like we could like see how well it goes, and then I first had like a one shot thing where they were basically just like there was like a how do you call that, like a carnivore or something, with like different things like food stands, shooting
I
stands,
think I
like
found something.
and other
Hmm.
things where you just could mess around in and let them loose on that thing. With also a little plot where the funhouse is a funhouse of death, and it worked fairly. Oh, I want that experience. Oh fuck.
The
Oh,
fun
there we go.
house of death.
Yeah, it was basically that the first time they go through, the zombie is just the illusion, but the second time they go through, the zombie is actually a zombie and then starts trying to nibble on their butts.
That's
Was it-
gay.
Well, zombies are kind of gay.
It's
But yeah, it worked out pretty well, and then so I started my actual campaign,
what
which
kind
is
of Reddit was it? Like oh.
Pen and Paper Switzerland. It's called.
So a local.
So it is local. Yeah, it is local at my place. We actually got it together fairly quick and fairly on. And especially the people, the group is amazingly, like, most of them never really actively played that much, but they are really like into it, and also really like cooperative between each other. Like, they do a lot of role playing without me having to do anything. And considering they all don't know each other at all, I am amazed how good that works. Because usually I always felt like with new complete groups of complete strangers, it always has like this element of having to getting to know each other a little bit, but they got familiar with each other really quick, which is a good thing for me.
Must be very friendly and outgoing people then.
Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, also none of them were. I mean, I guess one guy is a bit of a, how do you say that, min-maxer guy that just tries to get every little opportunity to do something, like kind of a greedy player in the end. Like, he started going like, oh, can I have a starting item that allows me to cast cure wounds and shit like that. And yeah, I was generous. I allowed it and just told him, you know what, you can have that, but you just don't get any bigger. You're the ones that basically gets the short stick for
Nothing to
magic
be had
items for
there.
a while. So I'm more gonna have magic items for the others than you. And he was okay with that. So whatever. Yeah, I got a group that was fully invested in play. Like, we had 2 sessions yet, and the first session was basically like a my campaign is a bit like Lovecraftian thing with like ancient civilization rising and shit, and so
Yeah,
the
what's
first
the rule set and what's
Nothing
the
to plunder.
campaign idea?
rule set is just D&D 5e with a bit of homebrew in it, but not much yet, or rather just more homebrew that makes things for me easier.
Simplifying homebrew. There's nothing
Yeah.
wrong with that.
Yeah, more in the sense that like one of the things I have are like sort of magic generators, where I can have like buildings that basically have like a whole infrastructure based on magical traits. Like, for example, there's like that basically like works like, for example, that like there's how is that spell called again? Those observer wards or something like that. You know, that where you can basically spy on people. They basically serve as like security cameras and shit like that. A bit like that. So
Observer words. Are we Dota now?
I know clairvoyance is the spell called.
Oh.
That has like this places like this invisible
Nothing to be had there.
beacon, which allows you to either look or listen in on somebody or in a room.
Observer words.
So far, any D&Ds that I tried to go through, we just procrastinate. Yeah, we got on a pretty good pace. We play every 2 weeks so far, but it's really hard to like have D&D groups that play regularly, because it's just like I have another group where we just play so little. It's kind of frustrating and obnoxious, because that group also has like 4 casters. So every time we play, they have to first get familiar with their whole array of spells again, and it's D&D 3.5, which is horribly complicated. And they don't play that much, so it's like in the last session I basically almost fell asleep because it's just, oh Jesus Christ, please do something. Especially we're also 6 people in that group. And I have a fairly simple rogue character, so there's not much to do other than sneak and attack. But
The
no.
turns must have been fun.
We had an encounter. We only played 1 big boss encounter, and it took we started at 2 or 3 o'clock, and the session ended at 9 o'clock. And it was
Hold on, you had a rogue character? I thought you were the DM in this.
Nothing to play.
I know that's a different group. Sorry.
Why are you?
I got sidetracked. Sorry. But okay, about the group myself.
I was so confused about this story.
Yeah. Okay. Let me try to stay on track again and not get distracted. Okay, so like I said, the campaign I have has kind of a Lovecraftian touch in the sense that like all civilization is rising and shit. And basically the whole first quest they have is that they're mercenaries that have to explore like a temple that has risen from the ground. I wonder where yes. I wonder where I took that idea from.
Very creative, my friend.
Hey, it works as a plot device. And so, but I try to. It's just the base idea stole from Risen.
I mean, it's just very goofy when you say it that way.
Yeah. Well, you can't say it anything. It is risen out of the ground. That's
where they send by a guy with a gem instead of an eye.
No, actually, funny enough, although they do work. They do work for the church, like the local, like because the island is basically ruled by like it's like a papal state where it's like the church.
Oh, it's an island too.
Yes, an island. Well, it is easier to do like that because then the world is just kind of concise, just limited. Although I will have like other islands as well. But yeah, the whole island is just ruled by the Church of the Shire.
The Shire?
The Shire,
the hobbits, I take it.
Yeah, well, it's like I said, it has I said a Lovecraftian touch, but I also meant like New England. Like there's a lot of like many locations have like a typical British name, and also some NPC names, and also their characters have like kind of British English or New English names.
Okay, I see.
Okay, anyways, so they got hired by the Church of the Shire, or some of them are members of the church, to go investigate those ruins, and they got like a babysit NPC, because I thought, okay, you know, for the first time, it's gonna be a bit hard. They have a babysit NPC that has healing, that will protect them, and I also gave them like the local priest also gave them a blessing for 10 temporary HP. So they get through the place easier. And so because they're all level 1 characters, and level 1 characters can die really fucking quickly because they only
I know.
Because they only have like
4
10
HP.
Most of them actually have like around 10 HP. Luckily, I think
Really?
the sorcerer has only like 8 HP or something like that. But yes,
Still pretty high for a sorcerer.
yeah.
Maybe it's a change in the newer editions.
Yeah, I think there's because in the 5th edition, you start with your full hit die plus your Constitution modifier in level 1.
Oh, you get your full hit die.
Yeah, and full hit die, and your sorcerer has a D6. I think there's no D4 class anymore that has a D4. So you start with 6, and then I guess he has a little bit of Constitution. So he has because Constitution is usually usually a stat they have proficiency in, because concentration spells, concentration check. Yeah, so he probably has like 8 HP. But yeah. Anyways, so I gave them 10 temporary HP so they don't fucking die. And also babysit NPC. And the first encounter I made was actually because I also wanted to show them that like not every encounter automatically, like every initiative roll means that they automatically fight. I made them go into some sort of like spider nest, in the sense that it's like full of webs, and they're
spider.
like they're not quite spiders, like called chitins or something like that. They're like some sort of elf spider aberration or something like that. They're kind of cute looking anyways. But the idea was basically that there are also holes everywhere where they basically just got constantly watched by them. And they just had to navigate through the thing without, I guess, not causing too much of a ruckus. Although the first thing the bard did is already throw a vicious mockery at one of the spiders and diss them for damage. What I also added is like those Ice Wave. Nice. It's also
nice.
that those spider creatures have like this disadvantage with sunlight, and the NPC had like a spell that created sunlight, so they were also like constantly disadvantaged on attacking. So another way that they won't die that quickly in case it gets to the fight, because after a while, like I had like set up for 2 different things that the spiders either attack when they provoke them too much or start destroying webs. And at one point they either had the choice between going through a web and potentially getting stuck in it and attacked, or burning it down or destroying it. And as soon as they destroyed it, I started sending the spiders on their asses. But the problem was that disadvantage. I don't know. Do you know how disadvantage works in D&D?
I'm not sure what the term is. I don't know.
It's from the 5th edition. Basically,
I know nothing about the 5th edition.
Okay, it's actually kind of an elegant way. It's just that you roll twice. You do 2 attack
God damn it!
rolls.
Hold on. I need to BRB for a second.
Okay. I figured I almost died in Streakham because I couldn't hit them. No, disadvantage is actually more. Well, I'll tell it when Vazer is back. Because yeah, it's usually in like 5 in editions. In the previous editions, you just said like, oh, that's like a -5 to hit or something like that, or -10 to hit. But basically, the like 5 replaced it by something else. Like it usually just instead of like having flat plus.
Okay, back.
Okay. Advantage or disadvantage is fairly simple. That if you have disadvantage on something, you roll 2d20 and you
Also, don't walk in circles.
Yes. You use 2d20 and you take the worst roll. And with advantage you also roll 2d20 but take the better roll. It's basically to replace those you have -5 or +5 on hit.
Oh,
it's just
reducing the randomness.
Yeah, just to simplify it a bit. Although I personally, as a DM, I'll most likely also still work with like, oh, you take plus, or like I adjust like the DC they have to crack. But yeah. Anyways, all those spider creatures had disadvantage on attacking, and holy shit, that had a ridiculous impact on it, because those spider creatures made like at least 20 attacks, and they all missed. Like I think only one character took a bit of damage, like 1 hit. And
that is pretty impressive.
Yeah, because they would need like, I think they would need like, because I always rolled like a 15 and a 4 or something like that. They had like +4 to hit. Like I'd say I just needed 2 above average rolls, like 2 12s or so, and they would have hit the squishier targets. But they never managed to do it. I was getting so desperate because those things have triple attack. And I was like, okay, maybe I'll only let them attack once or twice so they don't get hit too much. But at the end I was like, okay, triple attack. I don't fucking care. I want them to take fucking damage.
And they didn't.
No. Although the thing is also that there was also not only little spiders, there was also a big spooter, which I only let only sent to the NPC. Like it had like a web ability to packs like web somebody in, which I used on the NPCs, but it never directly attacked the PCs because its attack was like 1d4 plus 3 and 3d6. I was like, no, I cannot possibly use that on the, because they would just fucking get murdered by that thing.
The level oneers.
Yeah. Although
There's
in
a
the end,
cross on the outside of this cave, I think.
yeah, it could be. Let me take a look at the map. Yeah, and then a fireball. I think it's somewhere over here. Oh yeah, it's right there. But in the end, I made the move by just like I wanted to have it a little bit of tension because they did not know how much.
Yeah,
much
but
happened.
ultimately they didn't seem to have learned the option to not to fight, because I think that's what you were trying to teach them. That
Well,
you always have to
when they
engage.
got to the end of the cave, I started throwing like behind them, started popping up like 2 big spiders and like 5 small spiders, and then it like the plot, like to get away from them, they had to like crawl through a little crawl space. So then it finally started to like pick up a little bit, and yeah. Although the thing is, that is the guy that I told him, who's a bit of a min-maxer guy. He saw how much damage that spider dagger did because it hit the NPC guy. Like I described it as very painful to him, and he was like, "Okay, I need to get that dagger he has." And it's like, "No, you you can pick it up, but you can see it doesn't really have a hilt, and it's complete in in a shimmering green aura." It's like, "Oh shit, I can't." Oh well,
Stop walking in circles.
I am not walking in circles. I'm actually
Why didn't
actually
you go
scanning.
to the cave?
Yes.
I thought you
Anyways.
were walking in circles because he kept rotating.
Anyways, so he tried like taking off his cowl and taking it. In the end, I think the mage with the mage hand took it, despite them being chased by like. Oh hey, look, that thing also got the.
Yeah, they removed all of the fire devils, it seems.
Oh yeah, there was also fire devil in here. I thought there was a shadow beast in here.
Nope.
But yeah.
Fire devil.
Yeah, but in the end, the mage, like, it was a tiny crawl space, and they still had the idea of taking a highly poisonous daggers, like trying to smuggle a highly poisonous dagger through that hole. And they actually managed to do it, funny enough.
Optimization.
Oh shit, he took a little crit damage. Okay, not enough crit. But yeah, then they got a little bit panicky after all. Oh, hello there, demon. Could you fall asleep again? Thank you.
Okay, so what next after the spooders?
Then came a room. I have to concentrate on trying to kill that thing.
Okay,
I
go
did not
ahead.
kill them. I did not kill that thing. It got up really quickly for some odd reason. Then came like the treasure room, and in that treasure room I had like, it wasn't really a mob. Like it was an enemy, but it didn't have any stats whatsoever. Because, Jesus. Okay, I have no idea what is happening,
Nothing there.
but I made it. So the idea was that this
Just
creature.
button mash.
Yeah. Well, that was my tactic in the end. Well, the idea was that because the creature that lurked, like, that guarded the treasure, had like 2 priorities. A, it fucking hates sunlight, and B, it wants to protect whatever MacGuffin that it wants to put the MacGuffin they had to retrieve back to its place. So the moment the babysit character came and picked up the MacGuffin, threw it to one of our players, the shadow creature, or by the way, the shadow creature woke up and insta-killed his ass. So they were
Nice.
all alone in a dark room with something that just murdered their highly over-leveled PC in one shot. And what I also described when they entered the room is like, because they were like deep in a cavern, and what they noticed also as soon as they came out was like a collapsed something rather, opening where they were able to see sunlight, which they haven't seen for the past 3 hours. So basically, as a hint, go through there. Open the way so you can flee from that thing. But sadly, the first idea of them was to try and fight it. But the
I
thing
see
is,
I see the wharf effect did not work.
yeah, the thing is, I made it really unhostile. Like, I only said, okay, it's only going to be really pissy because of the sunlight. Then it just wants to retrieve it was a crystal, and bring it back to its place. But it won't actively attack them. It will just try and grab it. But the thing is, I made it describe that it's basically like death incarnate, in the sense that as soon as they come in contact with it, it deals cold damage, and they basically
Nothing there.
like, I made them roll a Constitution throw that if they fail it, they have half movement for the next turn, and if they fail it hard, they will be paralyzed for the next turn. Sadly, none of them completely failed it, but the moment they got ready for attacking it, like the monk was courageous, started hitting it with its stick, and then he has also a melee attack. At the moment he made a melee attack, well, somebody just took like 13 damage of cold, 13 cold damage. But yeah,
I hope somebody died. They deserved it for attacking it.
no, I like I said, I made it really passive. Like, I only made it have like only 10 movement or something like that. So could I please hit that fucking rat? Thank you. I made it walk really slow, etc. Or at one point I made it like port away and then appear underneath the guy who has the crystal. And sadly his perception check was high or intelligence. I think it was an intelligence check. It was high enough that he realized he wants the crystal. So the first thing he did is just throw the crystal away, which then, well, it didn't really actively attack them anymore. It was more like curious about the people that entered its lair, and just was always like close to them, but never really attacked them anymore. While they were trying to scramble out of the dungeon.
Just walking behind them and sniffing them like a dog.
Yeah, that actually was like that. It just looked at them, but they were still not really sure if it would actually attack. Like, I made it went invisible again. And I made somebody roll I described it the turn before it grabbed the wizard with the crystal, that it just feels like there's like a complete and utter coldness underneath him, and the moment he tried to move, he'd started trying to grab him. And as I described it again as well, that there's something behind you that feels incredibly cold. But yeah, I think they learned their lesson. I mean, I did not expect them to ditch the treasure so quickly. Although I did describe it as rather, oh hey, loose key. Completely forgot about that.
So how did it end?
They got out of the dungeon, because I made it like that at the idea that the temple rose so high that on a different part they actually connected with somewhere else overground, which was like a crypt. And in that crypt, the crypt was sealed shut. It was like a family crypt, and the crypt was sealed shut because they had a zombie problem. Because all of the people inside were, well, kinda undead and shit. So whoever was responsible for taking care of it thought, okay, let's just seal the crypt shut. I don't want to deal with that shit. But they were unfortunate enough to bump into that. The only way to get out was, my idea was that they would need to like stack coffins on top of each other. So like there was only like a hole in the ceiling, and it was like 10 feet high. And my idea would have been that they had to stack coffins on top of each other to. Oh fucking hell! Look at me.
Nice, invisible swamp sharks.
Yes. Like stack coffins on top of each other to get out. Sadly, they found a different way to do it. Although I did, because the idea would have been that depending on how well they were able to stack the coffins on top of each other, either you fall into a swarm of insects. What? Oh, fuck off!
Nice new mechanics.
Oh noes. But yeah, the idea would have been that depending on how well they stacked the coffins on top of each other, the creatures inside it would either get pissy or just stay quiet. But sadly that never happened because they figured out a different way to get out.
And the different way being?
The wizard had summoned his owl familiar, got a rope, and used the owl to tied a crowbar around it, and then there was like an iron fence, and the owl was able to like put it around the iron fence, so it actually was got stuck around it.
Where did he get the rope?
They had that with them. That's
Oh.
just part of the standard adventuring gear
Nothing to plunder.
Oh,
in 3.5e.
perfect. Good
Yeah.
thing the wizard didn't have a panther familiar, I guess.
In 5e, it's also like that. It's just a spell, find familiar, where you can choose what kind. You can like choose like mix up your familiar. Like,
Oh.
you can always summon a new one or a different
So
one.
you're
but
not locked to one.
No, it's not. It's not locked. But the thing is just that if you summon a new one, you basically need to spend 10 gold in material cost. So otherwise, you could just. Could I please hit that swamp shark? Oh, I'm hitting the wrong one. So you just can't just Alua Akbar your familiar everywhere.
Hmm.
Hello, Oxen.
Hello. Yes.
Sadly, I do not understand the last part. But yeah. So they got out, and then I also had to bump into some suspicious trader person, which they sadly ignored.
Aksen of Nikitan, that seems to be the name.
Ah, okay.
Nothing there.
Oh no,
And
there's
yeah, I
this
don't
one.
know what that Russian thing is either.
Oh yeah. Then there's, like I said, there's also like this. Oh wait. Ah no, swarm of insects. Please go away. Yeah, there's also this suspicious trader person, which is basically like a demonic servant, which they sadly didn't trade with. But I have the idea that it's basically going to be part of a quest to trade with him anyway.
Oh yeah, it's pronounced Privyet.
Oh!
Privet.
Could I please hit the arrows? There we go.
Okay, so how did it end or what else happened afterwards?
That's basically where it ended. Like, they got out of the crypt. I did make it a little bit, how do you say that, more action-packed by basically saying that the whole roof of the chapel is very frail. So the moment the fighter with his chainmail stepped on it, the whole thing started to collapse and all hell broke loose. But they were smart enough to let the fighter go last. So all the non-fat people got out first, because otherwise it would have been funny. Oh hey, running corpse again.
Non-fat people.
Yeah. Well, the whole composition is really just one kind of tanky person. Like, okay, they have a monk, but the monk is not really tanky per se. He's just annoying, I guess. Honestly,
I think I found
that's just one thing I realized is that monks in 5th edition are annoying as fuck. Because they have such high perception, which is annoying. Because it's like always like, oh, did I notice that? I have 17 passive perception. It's like, yeah, you probably noticed that.
Sounds like a smartass to me.
Yeah, that's again the same guy. It's... I'm not sure how to put it yet. He also pickpocketed one of the party members already.
Nice.
But luckily the guy that got pickpocketed took it with stride. It was like, whatever. I also made it really hard. Like, I also made it really hard for him to be able to be pickpocketed. But it's just... He just rolled so high that at one point I was like, okay, fine, you get something for it. Like, here, 3 silver pieces, that's absolutely nothing, but so you can have your little victory. But it's... Like I said, I'm still not hard to say if it's just his character or if it's the guy's personality itself.
The important part is that he was a troll. Successful troll is successful.
Yeah. Well, they were dissing each other, so I thought it's okay that he was able to do that.
As in of England to belong to Gothic. What?
Sorry, we have no idea what you mean, accent.
Account created yesterday. Nice.
Oh wait, there's Sancho. There's the first bandit. I need to avoid those because I don't have bandit armor yet.
Yeah, you should move around the outskirts to find that teleporter to the swamp.
What about I just go back to... Am I even going to...
Don't go back. Go around the outskirts. We'll find the teleporter. Sooner or later.
Ow! Oh, for God's sake! I think I'm right at the part to go back to the temple. To the... Yeah, I think that wall up here. Right? Let me see. Yeah, that goes right back to... Oh, I missed it. No, I didn't miss that treasure, right? No, I think I didn't. Yeah, let's just go up. Just go back up so I can actually see where I'm going. Fuck off, Bloodfly. Nobody likes you.
That's a fact.
Yeah. But yeah, the session ended the moment they didn't trade with the suspicious trader or the demon trader. Well, it makes sense that it didn't do. Like those creatures
Not
were
making suspicious demon deals. Come on.
Well, I made it deliberately that they probably won't go for it, like because those creatures are all also known to the church as so-called soul stealers.
Bartix, we weren't even close to the ladder,
Yeah.
so...
Although the fun part is, well, like one of my goals is that even though the church is like the main faction and also like pretty benevolent, like pretty liked by the whole country, I also want to just make them a bit more, you know,
Nothing to be had there.
corrupt, I guess, because the reason why they're called soul steal by the church is just that they have no idea what those guys are on them exactly are. So they're just using propaganda to tell them, okay, do not interact with those things. They are soul steal. They will steal your soul. We're sure of that, which is actually not true because those demon traders will just trade with you, nothing else.
Tips, Fedora.
Yeah. Well,
Church as always being corrupt. Very common trope.
Yeah, I mean, it makes like it's not even like, I mean, it makes sense because they do not know what exactly those creatures are. So just to protect the people, they just lie protectively so people don't get into trouble with them. So that's the idea, that they will now use my adventure group to investigate what those guys are actually on about, or what's the exact deal with them.
How's the arrow count, by the way?
It's probably over 300 or so. Nope, sadly not. 299.
Man, we're really good at the estimations today, aren't we? 30 lockpicks and now 300 arrows.
Yeah, but that, like, I don't even want to make the church corrupt per se. More like that they. How would you put that?
Stupid. Like average religious people, am I right?
No, more just overly protective, or just want to try and cover up.
Oh
shit.
yes, what was the word? Something
Like-
with
Patronizing.
patronizing. That's right.
Yeah, I mean, it does make sense. If you don't know what something is, it clearly has a demonic touch, like a outlandish touch to it, that you do lie in order to protect your people, like at least preventively, because you, like, it's just, I guess how would you put that? Just to protect them. It's just like a protective measurement.
Hey, look, Kosh. Somebody noticed the absence of Tusk.
Oh no! Where's the polar bear in the background? I forgot about him. He is still. You know what? I'm gonna quickly grab him.
Well, he's fucking gone.
You can't rely on that. Nothing's ever gonna change now.
Quick, guys, time to shit talk before he's back. There's no bot here for the uptime, but you can see it.
Yeah.
If you look at the
There we go. Ah. Okay, there he is. Sorry, I was too lazy to fetch him this time.
stream stats.
Oh, the stream is dead.
No one really wants
Oh wow. This is now a task stream.
that's
We were like, oh wow, because he's so huge.
You don't have to tell
Yeah,
me.
can I play like that? I don't think so. Yeah.
I think it would be rather difficult.
Yeah.
You just have to listen.
Yeah. Yeah, that's good enough. you can see his belly. Oh well.
But you have a companion now, so
Yes.
No idea. You tell me.
I have an animal companion now. Can use the needs tropical island. Oh, that is such a dumb reference, but I love it. Alright.
Been there.
Okay, let's go back to actual business. Like sleeping because it's dark.
yes, sleeping and then talking to
I
the
don't want any
pirates.
trouble.
Yes.
How close are we to leveling up?
Let's wait.
Oh yeah, hedgehog. No, I can't wear the hedgehog hat because I have to. I'm wearing the headset. I'm sorry. No hedgehog time. But I need to strip it because it's hot. Ugh,
Ooh,
I know. Yeah, fucking cables. There we go.
time to play cheesy 70s porn music.
Yes, hit that sax.
You just have to
Okay, good.
Or how about cheesy 90s music?
Hedgehog Q. No,
Or
no
maybe
hedgehog.
even
Just-
early 2000s. Ah, you touch my ta-la-la.
Oh, my ding ding
No.
dong.
Yes! Truly a perfect song,
Classic.
never to be bested.
Hey, thank you for following. Excellent. There we go. Are you happy now? What the hell, Matt? What are you doing here?
How are things?
Matt really loves you. He just could not wait.
What, naked
To see you
stream?
again.
Alright. Yeah. Yeah, I think he never abandoned me. All other people
Jesus,
were like,
that's a lot of chest hair.
yeah, I know. See? I'm like a big Siberian bear.
Do not do that again, please.
What? What, Dad? No. Ah. Okay.
I no longer.
This is really annoying because my headset is not
I
made.
need a decent swig of
Yeah. Go home, Matt. I admire your dedication, but not needed right now. Chester.
Why would you even need clothes when you must be so hot with all that fucking fur?
Well, it is quite the natural conversative, whatever the hell. You know what I mean.
I didn't know mountain dwarves were so hairy.
Of course we are. I mean, you should see my back hair.
Oh Jesus. I should
almost-
not.
No, you shouldn't. Nobody should.
Also, Henry is going to bully you again, probably.
Can I shoot his ass? Heat insulated. There we go. That's the term I was looking for.
What is?
Oh, he can learn and improve my bow, but I think we're currently gunning for a better bow, right? Yeah, for the beach bow.
For the beach, bro.
Son
We're
of
also
a
gunning
bitch.
for testing the dexterity thing, if
Oh,
the
yeah,
cost
true.
improvement was fixed.
Exactly.
Monks. So wait, how far again? How far away are we from leveling up again?
Actually, fairly close. 600 experience.
Ah, nice. Few more enemies and we can do a
Halt.
capitalist level up.
Friend or foe?
Yes, he's still annoying me.
Foe. Ask Chuck.
Can I just walk past
One
him?
more step toward
No.
Put down that weapon. Hey, you're not
Oh,
quite
fine.
as stupid as
Let's take the different path. If I can make it. God damn it. Ah, there we go. That's how we get up here.
Anyway, you know that the church's mindset in your campaign truly reminds me of the song in Pocahontas. They're not like you and me, which means they must be evil.
Oh, but didn't you actually watch Pocahontas as a kid? Or Pocahontas in general?
No,
Because I've never seen it.
neither did I, but I do know the song.
Yeah.
Because a friend of mine has sent it to me multiple times.
Good value. I don't get paid, so I give away secrets for make Trump president. Oh, you cheeky little bastard. That's prank of the year. Oh, man.
Making Trump president is like
The absolute madman.
that's the prank of the century.
Yeah. I mean, I want to make church. I definitely don't want to make the church like corrupt, evil, haha. Just more like of like I said, overprotective. Like just a little bit misled. Like
Yeah,
one
not
of the,
not not the Final Fantasy tier of church corruption.
no. Although one city will actually have a prohibition. Will actually have the prohibition instated because alcohol is evil.
I need.
Are they going to have mafia illegally distributing alcohol then?
Like it's like plot wise, it's just going like the prohibition will only be active for like 2 weeks or so when the PCs arrive. So the first thing they will see is like somebody building up a tent right in front of the city and said like, oh hey, this is out of city grounds. Well, here it is illegal to sell alcohol, so go fuck yourself.
About that?
Perfect.
Yeah. I killed. Good.
Okay.
I need. Hey,
No Russian.
perhaps talk to. I need. Aye, Captain.
Yeah, we don't understand Russian.
There's. And that is.
Oh yeah, now we can actually talk. Now we can actually talk to Greg.
He used to
Finally.
be an orc. I haven't, but he's. Where's your? This is just my.
Yeah, it's time for this wonderful Greg exposition.
I actually like
I
that.
found it. I sim first.
I mean, so do I, but we're not paying attention to the story.
Actually, I kind of liked it in the sense that you were trying to ask him things for so long, and then you finally get a payoff. Although one thing that annoys me is that he couldn't just verbally beat his bitch ass for telling you that he tried to tell him to go through that portal for I don't know how long, because that's like one of the suggestions you made to him, and he's like, "What the fuck are you talking about? Are you drunk or something?" Then he literally takes that what you uses the way to get out, which you suggested the whole time all along.
Yeah, Greg's an asshat.
See? Okay, I also think I have enough grog now for Skippy. Oh no, wait, you need 20 bottles. That's a lot of bottles. I only have, how much Seaman's grog do I have? Oh, fuck off, 20. 19. Let's see, does Brandon have a bottle of grog? Otherwise I just buy that off him. No, wait, Garrett is the trade guy.
Samuel Samuel sells infinite amounts of grog.
Oh, he only has white rum. Loser. Might as well just buy some arrows. They need to update livery. This place is not fitting for pirates at all. Well, they might as well just downgrade it back instead of redesigning it. Like it's
So you can just
it still
to
rustles my
Samuel.
it still rustles my jimmies that they redesigned this place like that.
Yeah, this tree beach is friggin' hilarious.
Fucking pine trees.
And again, it just breaks the immersion so hard because you have lumberjacks outside.
Oh yeah, right. That's also okay. What else?
I can.
Okay, Seaman Grog. It's only 10 gold, so whatever. And he also has a fire ring. Oh, I guess he has the fire ring because he has quite the fiery stuff.
Please.
I mean, it makes sort of sense. I mean,
I mean,
know.
maybe, but I wouldn't bet on that being the intention.
What the,
Yes, why
that's
do you have this, Valvatrix?
that's Tracker. I was looking like, what the hell is that even? I barely
Tracker?
recognized. Tracer, but people
That's
refer
creative pronunciation.
well, people in circle jerk language, he's called Tracker, and Tracker is gay. But now Soldier 76 is also gay.
Everyone is gay.
About
Okay, here's
your
20
tw-
bottle.
What? Well, okay. Haven't you got anything?
I wanted gambling. Back then, the guy told me.
What
it
is
was
with
that
this
baby
guy?
What is the ring again?
A ring
Oh,
of protection or something stupid like that.
Ring of Oreskin.
Yeah, as I thought.
Oreskin. Oh man, look at that. Free protect. No wait.
Mm.
No wait, it's 5/5 actually. It's the better one.
Wow.
Wowee.
Wowie. Yes.
Another stream bell. Alright. Well, catch you later, man. Okay, let's see. How much gold does he give you, though? Give me
Probably exactly 200.
yeah, 200. Because the Ring of Oreskin is worth 500. But yeah, it sells for worse. It sells for only 100.
Yeah, so...
Good enough. Oh man, only 200 experience left. I hope that the getting the armor thing doesn't give me too much. I think Francis has the
Probably
armor,
give you
right?
nothing.
Oh no, Matt has the armor.
Oh, Matt, your lover, who was following you.
No, wait, the
Hey, thanks, Joe.
Brandon? Bones!
no, I think the guy that's just lying the whole time in bed.
No, Bones has the armor.
Bones?
Not Morgan. Besides,
Oh.
Morgan is chopping wood now, instead of
Oh, yeah.
lying in bed.
Yeah, the pirate camp just looks
Hey,
ugly in
you.
general. That's the thing.
It-
Also, there's a burnt down hut here for no reason. Okay, where's Bones? Doot.
Bones should be training in the back with us.
Oh yeah, there he is. Rusty sword. And a pan. I'll take that. Yeah, there he
Wow,
is.
a rusty sword. That's like worth a single gold piece.
Also, I just realized he has the same name as that one NPC in Risen. Oh, I never talked to him because I didn't even pickpocket him yet. Also,
Yeah,
oh, look at-
Valvatrix hacked
also-
herself to be a mod everywhere.
look how perfect it is.
Nice!
I'm 5 XP short for a level
Nice.
up.
In Gothic 1, you could level up by smoking weed at that point.
Yep. Alright. But here we can level up by capitalism.
Beautiful.
I know, right?
You're supposed
Oh
to
yeah, it
give
gives you
the
200
giant its armor.
experience. See, if I
Orders
would have
from
gotten the
Greg.
armor, I would have leveled up.
Yeah, the power of money. Nice.
Also, medium bandit armor? Oh no, wait, that's actually the one you get all the time, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, the
weak.
light one.
I mean, yeah, light banded armor just looks like leather armor, I think.
Hello, I'm a bandit. I want to do bandity things. Cry some more. Also, one thing I just realized is how do you even get to be a member of the camp if you just get attacked no matter what inside, unless you have a bandit armor? I guess they're an exclusive club. It's like, we don't take new members.
Yes, they are very exclusive.
Okay, nice. Okay, time to go to the bandits.
Yay, bandits. The most exciting part of Jarkendar.
Whenever I hear bandits, I have to think of that one movie. It's I think it's what is it again about? I think it's a German movie about like female convicts that started a band or something like that. Like they were like they like broke out of prison and then had the idea to start a band. So they constantly had like concerts while being chased by the police or some shit like that.
That sounds really idiotic.
It was kind of a dumb movie, but at the same
Is that
time,
based on a fact? I hope not.
I don't think so. The thing is though that it had some catchy songs. Although I still remember like some of the text passages were kind of weird. Like one text passage was like, "Rain falls like Elvis tears. Oh no, no sugar tonight."
Rain falls like Elvis tears.
Yeah, that always confused me. Like, did Elvis cry that? Wasn't Elvis known to cry a lot or something like that? I never heard of that.
Elvis the crybaby.
Yeah, okay, let me... I think there's also like a... Let me try out that song request part. Okay, search. Bandits, Rainfall. How is that thing? How do I... just use regular YouTube. Because that's dumb. Okay. Oh, how is the song itself called? Oh yeah, it's called Is it that one? Let's see. Is it that one? Oh yeah, that one is it. It does have kind of a catchy like.
Right, I need to unmute the stream, I forgot. Can't wait for the copyright strike. There was that quote.
And I remember the song being less pop, more rock.
Can't you hear it's a rock ballad? Clearly. And look, there's like so much drums in it. Not like snare drums like pop would have.
Let me take a look at the movie. Yeah, it's like from 1997, a German movie. Oh yeah, right. They part of a rehab program. They made a band and were able to play on a like police feast, like police party. And then they said, okay, let's just get the fuck out. And yeah, so it's basically the plot I still remember. Okay, enough of that. Don't forget to catch me.
Enough
And yeah,
silliness.
And it's sang by the German actress Yasmin Tabatabai. And yes, that's her
Yasmin
name.
what?
Tabatabai.
Tapatapai?
Tabatabai. Oh, hi. Okay, I need to get rid of the hedgehog ad. I think she's a rather famous actress in Germany.
Wow.
Ja, Tabatabai. Da ist
It's
nichts
quite a
dabei.
name.
Yeah, Tabatabai.
Yasmin's also quite a name.
Not
Is that
Yasmin.
common in Germany?
Yasmin is very common.
Oh,
It's
that
also
sounds really exotic from like my point of view. Yasmin.
Really? I could have imagined this kind of being a regular common name in Poland as well. It's nothing special, really.
Not
Oh,
that I
Lord.
know.
I see a
Besides,
swamp
like-
golem.
Jasmine in English is also a pretty rare name.
No, it's really common in Germany and Switzerland, and I think also Austria. Especially there's versions with a J. There's also versions with a epsilon with a Y.
Epsilon.
Yeah, epsilon is the German expression for Y.
Oh. I was like, what? You have epsilons?
No, it's just how we call the Y in German. And then everybody is, wait, that's not how we call
Well,
it
I
in
guess
English.
it's better than calling it.
Y!
Shit, another rude
Why?
boy. Here for the gold too, aren't you? Gold? Quit trying to kid me.
Also, I just realized that guy welcomes newbies. But how do you get to be a newbie if you attack everybody who doesn't have a bandit armor on site?
You need to join one of the friendly bandit groups.
Plot
the mainland.
hole.
You need to join one of the friendly bandit groups on the mainland, you know?
Bandit reputation. Yeah.
Yeah, you need to be banished from Korinis first, and they have like a list of everyone banished from Korinis that they accept into their ranks.
Into the cool kids club. That is the
Yes,
bandits.
exactly.
Oh man, look at that bridge goblin. He's a bridge goblin. He doesn't take shit from nobody. Except me.
He takes
Yes.
arrows from you into the chest.
Because I take the bigger shit in the end.
What is that kind of expression?
Fine to abuse bandits and current is varied. Honestly, I'm curious. Yeah, bandit armor should be fine. Let me see.
I mean, it should. No, it doesn't work.
But for science or convict pants. I mean, that's literally convict pants.
You're in for it now.
It's so dumb, really. Ow, that guy hurts. Okay, maybe the convict pants work. I mean, it literally is a convict. I'm literally a convict.
Logic. Expecting logic.
You know, at least there's the part where re-equipping the bandit arm doesn't just de-aggro them again, because that would be even more hilarious.
You know, I like. It was pretty telling that those wouldn't function as bandit armor because people in Korinis weren't trying to kill you when you were wearing it.
Also, I also like that just having no clothing whatsoever makes them attack you.
Well, of course, because it means you're not a bandit.
Oh, I love it.
I mean, they should clearly be suspicious of you because you're the only one who has sleeves.
Yeah. Yeah. I just imagine like one of the bandits coming back to go like, oh man, oh god, that swamp gas don't just that it just acid all the like the whole acid melted my armor away. I'm so glad I'm here. And then, not a bandit, attack him. No, guys, I'm totally a bandit.
Yes.
Look it up.
Thankfully, bandit armors are truly indestructible.
Yeah.
Or, well, all armors are truly indestructible, so they do not have to worry about that.
Okay, there's Miguel. Miguel is some plant person, right?
Yeah. Plant person.
Which has only potions, funny enough, and a shitload of potions. I mean, that guy is loaded. Holy shit.
And even teaches you how to make a special potion.
Oh yeah,
Wink,
right.
wink.
Right, what does he teach you again? Like lose hammer or something like that?
No, he teaches you how to make the potion of restoring mind for Fortuno.
Oh yeah, right. That's a quest.
The one which requires you to learn how to extract the healing jelly from uh, blood bloodflies stingers.
Oh,
Otherwise,
actually,
the potion you make kills him.
I just realized I never learned that. Or did I?
Well, we can try eating one and see if it kills you. Then you didn't learn it.
It's also that. Do I even have stingers? I do have stingers. Because I think the castle didn't have that reward. As far as I remember. Let's see, where's the stinger? At least I have 2 stingers, which I found randomly, I guess. Let's see. Nom. Oh, completely healed. Never mind, I learned it.
Oh, you learned it. Okay.
Yeah, okay, I read the note. I wasn't sure anymore about it.
Science.
Just like how munching a stinger just fully heals you.
Look,
It has healing jelly inside.
Yike.
More people to rob.
Yeah, meet some interesting people and nick all their stuff.
There is something absolutely hilarious about the fact that the hero's first act upon
Show me
meeting
if you
any
want
new person
anything.
is to rob them.
I'll come. Yeah.
Oh yeah, right. You can kill swamp frogs with him.
Yeah, you'll get a quest for it in a bit. See.
The question is, do I just kill them on my own? No, wait, they spawn. They newly spawn,
They will
right?
spawn. Yes.
Smart kid.
Yeah, I know. I'm a smart kid. I'm a smart
yeah.
boy. Let me save the
Smart kid.
game. I didn't realize I haven't made a big boy save for a long time.
Nah, who needs big boy saves?
Okay, I have lately an obsession of calling everything boy. I don't know why.
Calling everything what?
Let's
Boy.
I see. They're coming.
Like
Probably mental degeneration.
what that? What I mean, it is cute.
those things.
Time to accidentally shoot Logan in the back. A few hundred times.
No, if the thing is, if my arrows wouldn't get stuck on the plant.
The only good swamp shark. All right. Do that. If you want.
Let's see, can I loot that one? The one it's stuck in the tree trunk, and for some reason I can't select it.
Welp.
Oh, there we go. No,
Guess
that's
that
another
one's
one.
lost forever.
That sucks because swamp sharks actually have good loot. It's actually ridiculous how good their loot is compared to how hilariously easy they are to kill.
Seems like you got cocked.
Or is that his the dragon cutscene?
Nothing
Oh yeah, that is. Sadly, Liber actually removed that cutscene for reasons I'm still not sure about. It was always so refreshing to hear the guy go, "Oh fuck," and no, he doesn't even go completely fuck. He just gets burned alive before he can fully say it. I know he can't say "oh shit," right? I'm not sure.
I'll come back later.
Doesn't he say, "Oh shit," or something like
And
this?
or something like
And
that.
like, I think the voice line was also delivered like really terribly, like, "Oh shit," something like this.
You don't think his voice is accurate for someone who gets burned alive by a dragon?
No.
He gets it full in the Polish version.
Why? I've got
What's wrong?
I had really good. I was old man, and then
Oh yeah, what's with Tom
when
again?
Esteban sent.
And since
Tom's the guy who got bullied by the
Well, I'll just.
other bandits. So now he's hiding in a hole. Like a loser.
Well, oh hey, look, 110 gold.
And nobody gives a fucking shit.
No, why would he?
Wasn't even locked.
No, it wasn't.
He didn't claim it for himself or anything.
No, he doesn't.
Come
Okay,
on, dude, you could pay your debts with that shit.
Jeez, what kind of sword does he have? It looks fancy. Oh, he has the El Bastard. Why does he have the El Bastardo?
What? Why does he have the El Bastardo?
And it's shit. Oh, it
And
also
it's a strength weapon.
Yeah, it's a strength weapon.
The heck?
Oh no, wait. Betty is called the dexterity weapon.
Oh,
Jesus.
that's right. El Bastardo is a completely different weapon.
I was just curious because because I see somebody just showing his back, and I was like, okay. Jesus.
You see, Kosh just has some homicidal tendencies. He sees a person vulnerable to getting murdered and he murders them.
Hey, Smicky.
Oh, Smickey's here.
Good evening. Okay, so let's go be part of the big boys club. I need to get in. Also,
Also,
let's
I
get some-
still had the DM story to get through, but now we entered the dialogue heavy parts.
I think there's not much to say about the
Nothing
DM
to be
story
had there.
anymore. I mean, that's the
Yeah,
whole
but I'm
session.
saying about my own.
Oh, about your own. Well, what would you like to
Did you
talk
forget already?
I wasn't sure. I didn't know you also wanted to talk about your own DM story.
I mean, that's why I said I wanted to do that to get there.
Oh.
Uh,
Well, I guess. It's
thine memory.
well, is it a particular? Is it an awful one? Is it like bad experiences you made?
Bad
What-
experiences I made. I
Yeah,
think
well-
it's a pretty different story than yours for sure.
Did you rape some player with a gelatinous cube or so?
Oh no. That would be normal compared to what happened, honestly.
So you tentacle raped them.
No, there was no rape. Come on, I am not such a vulgar person.
Then you just I don't know, mind fucked them.
I think I got mind fucked in real life from that.
Oh, hello there. Let me get.
Great
Frank,
risk is like 120 dexterity or something. Oh no,
No, it's not.
Wow, that's odd because we haven't seen a great risk before. Franco's
what
time
is-
limit is +4 dexterity and +4 strength.
That isn't true.
Not
What
very
is-
interesting.
And also 40 health. Yeah, yeah. Who
Health.
needs health? Lol.
Who cares about health? Lol.
As I'm pissed at recently it was played with several Fortnite ads. Well, how about using an ad blocker, because that still works fairly well.
Yeah, I haven't encountered any unskippable ads.
Yeah, I have those new ones that are like where it's like a free screen for a moment. It's like wanna watch this, or you can just click skip or just wait 5 seconds and then it's gone again. Also, I don't get any. Also on my TV, I don't get any Fortnite ads. I get other ads, but not Fortnite ads. I guess maybe I'm not part of the target demography anymore.
You're too old.
Yeah, it's like, what? Hey people, the stuff is just for emergencies and errands. It only takes something if you need.
Well, Bartix, what kind of ad blocker do you use?
Oh, 50 arrows. Yoink.
50 arrows, that's a treasure.
Yeah, that's 500 gold. It will also be 50 bolts. I just remembered, does anybody get pissy if you just loot all the chests?
Not that I remember, no.
Also, let me regenerate my health by splashing water in my face repeatedly. There have been ads to play League of Legends. Well, it doesn't surprise me considering what a ad whore League of Legends is. Like, if it's one thing they can do well, it's doing ads. And lots of them. And it always makes me chuckle considering they describe the game like as, oh, look at this. Play with your friends, it's so cool. It's like, no, it's not.
So cool.
I mean, especially because there was like one ad. I think there was actually like also quite a high production one because it was a complete anime. Like not also like not just regular like cheap anime. It was really like Studio Ghibli kind of level animation, which was like pretty amazing, pretty considerable.
On what, a LOL ad?
Yeah, League of Legends ad.
Jesus, I've never seen a single ad like that.
Let me.
The only thing I've seen that was like advertising League of Legends was when like that new hero was released a few years ago.
Oh, you mean
And they were
Jinx?
like, yeah, Jinx.
That punky kind of song.
Yeah, it had like this really ridiculous ad for it. It was pretty noticeable.
Get Jinx. Let me see. Do you mean this song? Wait, where is it?
Yes, I mean this thing.
The thing is though, one thing I'll really give League of Legends is that stuff like that is I find generally good. Like that song is catchy as fucking hell. I mean, what they also did recently is like they made like out of 4 female champions, they made like a K-pop group.
That song with Jinx sounds like a fucking anime opening, unironically.
Yes. I mean, this is even worse. This is literally just them making their own K-pop group out of champions, and I guess it's good. Like the thing is, I don't care about like K-pop is something that just goes complete. The thing is, K-pop is nothing I really get into. Like I watch it, and it's pretty nice, it's pretty cool. I would also say it's generally
generic pop too.
It's well made, like the whole clip and all things, but it's just, especially like the rap part.
I'm just questioning who's this supposed to appeal to more than anything.
You do see how many views it has?
Yeah,
It
that's
has-
my problem.
It has 184 million. Yeah, they're like that. That's one of the things definitely always give League of Legends credit for. It knows its audience. Like it did not get so popular because it's a generally good game. It got that popular because it does know how to market itself.
Marketing is key in the
Yeah.
industry.
And also, I'd say like I said, this whole clip is generally good. Also, I wanted to look for something else, not the League of Legends one. Which song did I wanted to look for? I don't remember.
I don't fucking know what you wanted to look for. You just reminded me of that ridiculous Dota 2 song.
The Witch Doctor one? Oh,
No, I mean
yeah.
the
Look at
power
it
metal
go.
song called Dota 2.
But not. Oh, okay, I don't know that one. I first thought you meant the
Well, you
one
never
with-
heard that one? You know, you never heard that one?
Oh yeah,
Holy
letter rack. Oh, I don't have that skill. Oh, I want to learn the skill just to see what the letter rack animation looks like.
Oh,
fuck is
I'm sure the leather rack animation must be glorious.
Yeah. It's quite right. This ad isn't annoying to watch. Yeah, that's the thing. Like the League of Legends ad are genuinely good. It's just the sad part that's generally the only thing that's good, or generally the best thing about the game, which is sad. Also, look at me cauldroning that cauldron.
Anyway, get to doing Franco's silly quest.
Yeah. Also, I'm still annoyed that I don't remember which song I wanted to look up.
You'll
I think-
remember it randomly in like an hour, knowing life. That's how it works. You stop thinking about something and then you remember it later.
Want to threaten me?
Jesus, he hurts me. He hurt me bad. Oh, I
Yeah,
died.
that's his job.
What was it again? What I was looking for? Jesus, it definitely just annoys me on a deep
You
limit
must
now.
stop thinking about it.
I can't.
Yes, you can. You're just being stubborn.
Hey, what? Franco, who is Esteban?
Okay. Force, D force. I'm the new man.
Hey,
The Taurus.
One more. He did not.
Okay, so what is Franco's quest again? Let's see. Forward into the bandit camp.
He wanted you to go get him a tablet from the temple nearby. It's one of the tablets for the water mages that he wants.
Logan. Which upper Frankie will get me to. I'm supposed to ask Ramon the gatekeeper if they need new people in the camp. Oh wait. Okay, so I asked him, and I guess.
Hey, you.
Oh yeah, that's right. First we need to ask Ramon.
Thor, good. Wait,
Ramon.
you haven't.
Okay, I helped
I
Logan.
helped. Okay, so you. So can I go? Listen, a few days ago, he was supposed to see what he.
Oh yeah, I have to find Edgar.
Yes, and go to the temple. So yeah, I guess
Hey,
we will be
you.
doing some more exploration.
Hooray!
So, do you want?
Yes, wonderful. I'll have the time to describe my story.
Oh, what is? Tell me the easy way. Tell me the fast way. What did I dialogue myself into?
Doesn't matter.
I'll take. Okay, from here go. There are.
Oh yeah, that's just the.
The way to reach Edgar.
Oh yeah. What kind of fucking name is Edgar, by the way?
It's a misspelled Edgar.
Yeah, really. It's like a mix between Edgar and Angor. Wait, Angor isn't really. Whatever. Fuck this shit.
It's just misspelled Edgar.
It's just dumb. Period. It's like, oh, we need a name. Edgar. No, that sounds too dumb.
It's
How
like
about
it's like if you took Michael and made
Mockle?
Michael out of Michael.
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 Okay.
Yeah.
Well, okay. Go forward with your story. I am curious to listen. So, ladies and
Yeah.
gentlemen, Lazarus.
Let me just think. What's the best way to introduce it? Also, first you should talk to Edgar before you get
Yeah.
lost.
First, I'm gonna steal his purse, though.
Oh, of course.
And
That's
he yawns at me
How's it
because of that.
that's
Okay.
necessary. Anyway, so I didn't play this in real life because I don't know any people in real life who are into this kind of stuff. But
Should I
what
learn how to
hap-
just extract a blood fly stinger, by the way? It only costs 1 LP.
Don't you already know that? I thought you already knew that. Because
No,
otherwise...
I know how it's not.
It's how to extract.
How do I?
Fuck, do we
Yeah.
need blood fly stingers?
It was
We have
nice
fried
knowing
meat.
It's 1 LP. Whatever.
You're too generous with your 1/8 LPs.
I have now exactly 30 learning points. That's much more. How would you say that?
Yeah, I guess you spent
Wholesome.
enough. Wholesome? That's not what wholesome means.
It's oddly satisfying because it's not oddly irritating because it's an uneven number.
It's even. There you go.
Yeah.
Even is the perfect word to describe it because it's an even number.
Well, the doy. Okay,
Yes, I know.
proceed.
Captain Obvious is my name. Did you just see an enemy through the wall?
Yes, I did because I am just as awesome like that.
Oh, it was the swarm gas drones.
It's like, Jesus, that's loud. Why is the swamp so loud?
I need to unmute. Yeah, I have the game sound muted, so I needed to unmute to hear that for myself.
Oh shit.
Anyway, there is this website called Roll20 where you can basically create your own scenarios and
Yeah, no idea what happened.
I think you can either like pay to get complete rule sets that are copyrighted and stuff like that, like D&D, Shadowrun, etc., with like complete rule sets with some calculation ways and scripts that help macro to make the process faster.
Mhm.
But I was just like my friend like linked me this website in like a completely unrelated case, And I looked into it and I was like, oh, yeah, that's kind of interesting. And then we were talking about discussing, tabletops, so like ideas for tabletops. So after some discussion, I actually decided to go ahead with it and try to create my own setting and my own rule set afterwards. So, it took me like a few days just to create a basic setting because I didn't want to go too far with it at first since I didn't know how far it would go. And the rule set actually took like 2 weeks to fully make because there was a lot of macros I had to make on the website so that I could do the calculations and the basic gameplay stats, etc. And it was kind of hard to learn as well. You killed Edgar.
Well, if they stop... God damn... Could you just stand still for a second? I'm wasting so many arrows on this fucking piece of shit goblin.
Holy shit. You should just kill him in melee at this point, honestly. That is hilarious how you just keep wasting your shots. Hitting absolutely nothing.
One less monster around.
Yeah, you say it, random bandit. Well, Edgar killed one of the goblins, I think, so I might as well kill him as well.
Yeah, you just got back the XP from him basically.
Yeah, also I can
It
kill
was a
him.
fair trade. His life for your XP.
Exactly.
And he had some arrows on him too.
Yep. Miss old school. I actually feel like I couldn't find a good one in the modern age. Somebody who always hated MMOs, were they ever good ones?
Well, clearly the only thing to do is to play the original EverQuest on the special custom dedicated servers for the base game.
No, I mean the only real good MMORPG was RuneScape, obviously.
What's the only real good MMO?
Yeah, RuneScape.
Oh, RuneScape. Ugh,
Yes.
I forgot the thing even existed.
I don't know. This is like one of the things I just remember, not because I played it I only played it for like,
I'm Polish, so the MMO RPG I was familiar with is of course Tibia,
Tibia.
made by Germans, of course.
Yeah, that faintly rings a bell, Tibia. Also, why the hell are you over here, bandit? Also, I can't loot that swamp shark, another swamp shark, because its head, the loot box, is stuck in the wall again.
Yeah, the swamp sharks seem to really enjoy getting stuck in walls and trees and other
Well,
objects.
could they stop, please?
Apparently they cannot. Anyhow,
Okay.
yeah, right, that website, and it took me quite a while to set up the rules set and everything. Anyway,
So
the
you
setting
made
I
a
went.
whole huge homebrew campaign. Oh
It
no!
wasn't huge. It was, I created the basics because I didn't know how far I would go with it, so I didn't want to, spend a ridiculous amount of time designing something that would be completely ignored afterwards, right?
Yeah.
But I did create like everything necessary for the first scenario, as well as the overall outlook of the game. I will show you on Discord later. I created like an introduction sheet for the entire setting.
Oh,
But
okay.
basically the idea is, wow, your entire screen went green when that happened.
Yep, it pooped on me.
But basically the setting was that it's a world that's kind of time-wise similar to, the post-medieval era with early guns, rapiers.
Renaissance, kind of.
I think Renaissance is a bit earlier than that. This is like late colonial, or something like
Okay.
that.
Or Victorian age, or something like that.
No, Victorian's like 1800s. This is like, I don't know, 1500s, 1600s, or something like this.
Yeah, I think that's the Renaissance age, I think.
Isn't Renaissance like 1300 or something? Hold on, let me check.
No, I think medieval is like 500 till 1500.
Nothing to be had there.
Like there's like early,
Oh yeah,
middle, and
Renaissance started at 1300, but it went all the way to 1600. So yeah, it's like late Renaissance basically.
okay.
You know, with guns, mostly guns because my friend was a really big fan of that kind of time period with, you know, early guns, rapiers, stuff like
They're the
that.
ones that take like five hours to reload. Because they,
Not
the one-
maybe that long, but yeah, they were. It was definitely not
Nothing to be
the.
had
auto-
there.
yeah, the ones you just had to
automatically
manually
shooting.
like pour gunpowder into them, like that kind of.
Yeah, it was probably something like that. The early muskets, rifles.
Nothing there.
I wasn't exactly sure on the detail, but I did actually make the reload time in game for the guns pretty long.
Also, speaking new games I play, I think the newest games I play is probably Overwatch and Hearthstone. Otherwise, I'm not too keen on newer games. Or not-
Only the multiplayer ones.
Yeah, like there's no newer game that really caught me. Oh, for God's sake! God damn invisible enemies again.
Yeah, DirectX 11 really giving you its best.
Screws the pooch. Yeah, or is there any newer game that like interested me? Like I'm trying to think of a newer game that I definitely played, but I just can't think of one. I guess the newest released one is Dark Souls 3 or so.
Elex. Pretty sure Elex came out after Dark Souls 3.
Oh yeah, oh god, is Elex the newest game I played? Oh dear lord.
Probably.
That is so sad. I should just play a newer release game. Oh no, I think no, the newest one is Cuphead, I think.
Entirely possible.
Yeah, Cuphead is probably newer.
Nothing there.
But then again, I like our AAA games in general just don't really interest me anymore, because most of them are just bloated to hell and just kind of generic. So usually, if I look for a newer game, that's probably like a non-mainstream game. Okay,
A true
anyways.
hipster, just like myself.
So little Elex. Elex turned out to be absolutely hilariously dumb.
Elex was a real train wreck by the end.
Yeah, basically, all of the other Piranha Bytes games, they were inoffensive. I could play through them. They were not great per se, but they were like a little cozy snack. You could just, yeah, it was something familiar. It had the usual Piranha Bytes problems, but it wasn't bad. It was just, or like for a Piranha Bytes fan, it wasn't bad. You could just take it. You could just play through it. And I guess it's also because the story was also really inoffensive. Like, it was forgettable. It was not.
You know what? Elex was a massive gameplay train wreck at the start and a massive story train wreck at the end.
Yeah, that is definitely, because I also didn't have much gameplay problems with the Risen games at the beginning, but Elex at the beginning was also just tedious as hell because it just did not signpost
Yeah, I
at
mean,
all.
you basically couldn't fight anything until you got the flamethrower and you could purpose everything.
Yeah,
And the funniest thing is that even after they patched the flamethrower to have a longer reload time so that you couldn't spam it as fast, you still could permastein everything in the game. So
yeah, it was just not as
Nothing
broke
there.
as anymore, but you could still
Nothing to be
permastein.
had
yeah,
there.
but the game was still so horribly
Nothing there.
balanced. What a mess.
Yeah, like nothing was signposted properly, so I always had to probably like, can I fight this? No, I can't. Can I fight this? No, I can't. Oh, hey, but let's do this quest I got in the very first village. Oh wait, it requires me to kill like a late game enemy.
Are you talking about that quest with Nasty where she took you to?
Yeah, that
Like-
thing. Or there was also like this, like above that Berserker village, which had like this huge ass demon that just one shot at my ass.
Oh yeah, there was the thing next to on that little island thingy. Or,
Exactly.
Oh my god, I don't even remember if we ever came back to fight that thing again. I know
we
we
did.
killed the other enemies that but I don't remember seeing that thing. But then again, that was like a really long time ago when
Yeah.
we played Elex.
Exactly, and then it's just like afterwards it just became a story train wreck. I think the first the first part where I realized, okay, this is going to be a train wreck, is like when we met this Sardis type character that just babbled on for 20 fucking minutes.
Oh my god, that cutscene was fucking amazing.
I mean, it wasn't even cutscene, it was just dialogue. Dialogue for 20
No, okay,
fucking
not
minutes.
cutscene, but like that scene overall.
Yeah. I started
Just
getting
kept
so...
on
Like,
talking
I was
and
thinking...
talking and talking and
Yeah, I was
talking.
thinking about just skipping through it, and I was like, no, wait, I want to know how legitimately long that dialogue is they throw at you. And it was like 17, 18 minutes. I'm
It
not...
was just non-stop talking. I remember that in the last 5 minutes, you just kept finding more and more funny ways to try and show that you're sleeping on stream.
Yeah, I
Like,
even, I even took a fucking dive at the end. Just to express my ennui at this scene. Especially, it was so much pointless fluff. That character itself was also so much pointless fluff because he was like, he turned out to be some sort of mad scientist guy, and then at the end he just fights you one-on-one and gets his fucking ass kicked.
that was so goddamn ridiculous.
It was.
Like, you just meet that guy out of fucking nowhere, and he's like, "I'm just gonna tell you the story of the entire world right now."
Yeah. There was a Gothic
Yeah,
one.
Gothic 3 beginning or something like that.
Yeah, I think I've
It
seen
was a really stupid mobile game because it didn't even have any reason to have Gothic 3 in name.
Yeah, I heard it's basically...
Yeah,
It's
but it
complete
actually did.
trash.
It was actually called something like Gothic 3 beginning, with no relation to Gothic 3. Just Gothic overall.
I guess kind of like Arcania in the end.
I mean, honestly, Arcania is a Gothic 4 though, in that
No, it's-
it happens chronologically after Gothic 3.
Actually, it's not. It has no correlation to Gothic anymore because they had to I think the store name has no Gothic relation anymore. They had to.
Well,
had
okay, now that they removed them, but originally it was an actual Gothic 4 in that it took place after Gothic 3 chronologically.
I guess.
Meanwhile, Gothic 3 beginning had nothing to do with Gothic 3. It was
Really?
just Stardust before Gothic 1. Yes, as Smicky said, it was like 100 years before Gothic 1 or something like this ridiculous. When Zardas was a young boy.
Could you stop biting me, Mr. Lizard? Thank you. Oh god, another invisible one. Could you stop being invisible, you son of a guns?
Anyhow, about that scenario, right, and the setting. So it was like late Renaissance in base setting, and the supernatural stuff that was present was that basically the world was getting constantly fucked over by demons. It's like they were everywhere, and they were like enslaving people, taking shit for themselves, burning stuff, killing stuff, taking slaves. You know, it was like a complete mess. The world was in total disarray for a very long time. Until, well, basically until gunpowder was invented, people created guns, and also
Nothing
people
to be had
started
there.
working a lot with alchemy, which turned out to be very effective against them.
So I guess your world setting had quite little magic.
Yeah, it was very little magic. Humans themselves, you know, like the player character, weren't able to use magic. They only had alchemy and technology like guns available to
Okay.
them.
Because
Magic was a
usually-
thing of the demons and the villains.
Yeah, because I always have like this issue it's like always this issue that why would such a setting ever invent guns if you have magic? Because magic just makes guns kind of pointless. Unless you limit it like artificially, say like, oh no, there's only little amount of people that can use magic. God damn, could you
See-
stop falling down?
See, magic here was not something available to the main characters.
Oh, okay.
I like how you keep falling down.
I don't know why, he's just kind of a stumbling. Fucking hell, why? Okay, you know what, I'm just gonna stay here, because he probably... Oh, he's too dumb to drop down a Oh, never mind. He's so bad.
Nothing there.
Okay, anyways, so little
Nothing to
magic,
plunder.
gunpowder, alchemy. I
Yeah,
see.
little magic, guns, stuff like that.
Nothing to be had there.
So
So also kind of like grenade type stuff.
yeah, there were grenades as well.
Neat.
Just bags of gunpowder that could explode. My players even got themselves a few grenades for the first scenario, because what I did basically was at the start. Well, a bit more about the introduction to the setting is that there were 4 organizations that dealt with fighting the demons professionally. There was the Holy Order, which was which was actually an irreligious organization that was the main military of a kind of fascist country, so to speak.
Okay.
There was Purifying Lead, which was a mercenary company dealing with hunting demons
Nothing to be had
for a
there.
price. And then there were
Nothing to
Sacred
plunder.
Slayers, who were another country's paramilitary organization that dealt specifically with the supernatural. And then the final one was the Syndicate of Cleansing, which was outside of legal bounds organization that dealt with the supernatural, which also dealt with like smuggling supernatural shit around, etc.
Magic and guns can coexist in certain objects. I can think of 2 off the top of my head. Oh yeah, I definitely don't want to say that they can't coexist, but I just always find like it's just more in the logical idea that why would you ever invent something like guns if magical bows and arrows seem to be more proficient than guns in the end.
The
It's more
Muggles always invented the guns.
Yeah,
Nothing there.
but it just depends. I guess it only makes sense when like magic is kind of a rare resource, or like that's more my idea. That just I would think like in a regular human world, if you would like have magic like if you would have magic in the regular human world, I would also say that like guns wouldn't have been invented for a fucking long time because they just realized that you're not that dependent on it because you could have enchanted arrows and bolts instead that basically make arrows and bolts more deadly. That is my theory, quote unquote, or just my general idea. But yes, proceed. Sorry.
No problem. It's a conversation topic after all. Okay, so the characters in this case were basically employed, or rather they employed themselves to join the Purifying Lead, the mercenary company, because they decided that they want to get rich, they want to get prestige, they want to make money. So they decided, hey,
Nothing there.
like a bunch of friends got together, got some money for equipment together, and joined the organization, and they got accepted. So at the start, they're just in a city waiting to be given their first tasks. I gave them their money pool. They rolled the stats at the start, and they could just buy the equipment they wanted, right? Some swords, some guns, some grenades for their first mission. So, and their first mission was pretty simple. That a farmer hires the company because his farm is getting constantly assaulted by undead from the forest, and he doesn't know where they're coming from, and he wants somebody to deal with it. Okay, so that's the setup that I created.
Okay, simple enough for our first mission.
And now, as soon as we actually started playing it, it instantly became a train wreck. Like, instantly became a train wreck, because you see,
The right key.
the people I was playing with, it was 4 people I knew from the internet. One of them was the guy who gave me the original idea. I think one of the Stone Guardians has the key.
Yeah, I was thinking about it. Who could possibly have it? But I guess it's the last boy.
Nothing to plunder.
Anyway,
Nothing
so
to be had there.
the guy who originally gave me, the website, and we talked about the idea for the roleplay, and 3 other guys whom I knew for quite some time before as well, were like the right kind of autists to be into tabletop, or so I thought at least. But okay, as soon as I allowed them to make characters, the first guy's immediate
Nothing to be
idea
had
was that he wanted to be a giant rubber ducky with a massive dick.
What the fuck?
And he gave me a
Yeah,
picture
nothing there.
of a rubber ducky with a drawn massive dick on top of it, and said that he wants this to be his avatar. And I was like, what? You can have that as an avatar. And he was like, no, I need this as the avatar. And I was like, I was trying to argue it, but he would not give out. He was like, no, I need this. And I was okay, fine, you can have your giant rubber ducky with a dick as an avatar.
So, as a, just out of curiosity, was the dick fitting for the rubber duck? So, did it have a rubber consistency, or did it actually have a fleshy consistency? The dick.
No, it was a giant rubbery dick as part of the rubber ducky.
Okay, just so I have the right mental image.
And okay, so the next guy.
So was the rubber ducky dick also functional? So could it, for example, like pee and ejaculate?
I'm not sure. We never got to use it. He never got to use it.
I never got to use it.
But the second guy wanted to be a bronze colossus because he was a Greek in real life, and he also rolled maximum strength. So he was a max strength character, and he was a Greek, so he wanted to be a bronze colossus and gave me a bronze colossus pick. Okay, so I was like, well, we already have a giant rubber ducky with a dick, so I might as well add a bronze colossus as well.
I was about to say that's not even that bad.
Yeah, exactly. It was like whatever. It's like you can have whatever you want. The third guy, the one with whom I organized the idea with at first, he just wanted an anime girl that looked like a conquistador. So that was kind of fitting for the setting.
Aw, that is totally kawaii. So we would also have that typical conquistador helmet.
Conquistador what? Had?
Helmet, yes.
No, I think he had like a more regular kind of sombrero, not sombrero, but the not sombrero, but the round kind of hat, musketeer kind of hat. That's the word, yeah. And the last guy just went for a regular musketeer avatar because he was like, I want something kind of normal. Okay, so that was already the trainer kind of start. I somehow managed to get them to buy equipment normally, but their instantaneous plan was we're going to rob the merchant and take whatever we want. And I said, no, you're not going to rob the merchant.
Oh yeah, the guy that gave the order. Oh no.
No, not the guy who gave the order, but like to buy equipment at the start, right? They need to go to a merchant. So they were like, we're going to rob the merchant. I was like, no, you're not going to rob the merchant. Because there's guards around and they would kill you. And they were like, okay, fine, we'll just buy it. Like, very clearly dissatisfied with trying to keep any kind of rules going on. But yeah, then they were given their mission. They also threatened the guy giving their mission, saying, give us the gold now or we'll kill you. And I was like, you can't threaten this guy. They have guards everywhere. And they kept trying to do this all the time. Like, honestly.
Yeah, I think that's one of the problems when you play online. There's just no how do you put it? Like no restriction in being an asshole because there's nobody physically at the table who could slap you in the face.
Yeah, exactly. And listen, this just really keeps getting more absurd as it goes on, right? Because trust me, you haven't even seen anything yet at this point.
Well, except the giant rubber ducky with the giant.
Yeah, I guess I can't beat that. But aside from that, there's still a lot of very interesting things that happened.
To say the least. So how long did you play that though? Like
it lasted between 3 to 4 hours before it finally ended.
But yeah, did you have several sittings, several sessions?
No.
Yeah, that was the thing. Like I can't imagine that this session would go on for a certain time because I just can't see any future with a setting like this.
But we did bring the session to a very fitting end, and you will hear how it ended.
Alright.
So. Okay, so they finally got the mission and they went to the farmer's place, right?
Yes.
So they came to him and the rubber ducky guy, of course, because he was the guy with all the worst ideas all the time.
Oh, really? The guy that wants to be a
Yeah, I
giant
know.
rubber ducky with a
Sorry,
giant dick has
right.
bad ideas.
But okay, so he said, sign this paper that says we saved your farm or we'll kill you.
Here's the.
And instantly that guy said, you're not going to kill me, because if you kill me, you're not going to get paid and you're going to get fired instantly. And also the people around here will probably kick you to death if you tried that. So they argued for a bit. In fact, they argued for so long that the undead managed to show up on the farm to bring them out of the house, because they would not leave at all otherwise. So they had a fight with the undead, which went pretty okay actually. They punched them. The Bronze Colossus guy punched them because he decided that he doesn't need weapons as a Bronze Colossus. They shot at the undead. They shot at the zombies, hit the undead with some swords.
Also, that fight was an absolute train wreck. I don't know how I survived that.
But he won, and that's all that counts.
Well, let me go have a sleepy time again.
So they fought. The fight was very slow. The system I created did not lend itself too well to quick combat.
Yeah,
but
but they actually did it pretty tactical, considering there was still a giant rubber ducky with a giant dick in it.
they played it completely normal. Like during the fight, they just played it normal, according to the rules.
Yeah, but also like tactic-wise, they actually played it smart.
I mean, as I said, the Bronze Colossus guy was punching things to death because he decided he doesn't need weapons as a Bronze Colossus.
Well, did he play a class that like gets bonuses for unarmed combat or something like that?
I mean, he had really high strength, so he was actually dealing decent damage from that alone.
Okay. Well, because yeah, there was no monk class, I guess, or something like that.
No classes. People just, get equipment and they develop skills.
Okay.
Hey, I flat. So hey.
But it's basically everyone is a freelancer, in effect.
Okay.
So, they beat up the undead, and they were like, well, our job here is done. Now you can tell us that we saved your farm. And he's like, no, guys, that's not the point. The undead keep attacking. You need to find the source. And they're like,
Hi.
what? No. How about we arm wrestle you, and if we win, you're going to sign the papers saying that we saved your farm from the undead.
What?
And of course he was like, no, I'm not going to arm wrestle you. But eventually they actually threatened him so far that he decided to arm wrestle with them, and he lost against the Bronze Colossus because the Bronze Colossus was ridiculously strong, of course. But he said, no, I don't agree to this. How about you take my wife instead?
What? Why?
Because one of the guys suggested during the arm wrestle that maybe we'll take his wife as well, and he was like, okay, how about you take my wife instead? And so they actually took his wife, and the wife became a slave of one of them.
Oh,
But
dear.
then he decided that, and then he asked, okay, now you have my wife, how about you go save my farm? And they're like, no, come on, let's arm wrestle again. And he arm wrestled again, but this time he won, and he won his wife back. So then they arm wrestled yet again, this time for ownership of the peasants on the farm who are working. And the peasants became a slave of the Bronze Colossus.
But why did he agree to this shit to begin with?
Because they basically threatened him at gunpoint.
Yeah, but wasn't that already happening at one point? And we were like, no, you can't do that.
Wasn't
because
what already?
Didn't they already threaten the farmer before the whole quest started? And we were like, no, you can't do that because.
Yes, they were previously threatening him, and then the undead attacked.
They were just distracted by the undead momentarily.
Yes,
Okay,
exactly.
I see. Oh yeah, the Senyan guy is a huge dick to me. I forgot about that. Like,
So
I
then
know.
that guy became the owner of the peasants on the farm. But finally, you know, the guy said, "This is ridiculous. You need to go do something because I did not hire you to bully me." And then the rubber ducky guy
We'll meet again.
was actually literally putting the gun to the back of his head at this point and saying, "Sign us the paper that we finished your job."
Or I'll quack you.
Yeah, or I'll shoot you. And he was like, "No, I'm not fucking doing it." And then he actually shot him.
Well, he did threaten to shoot him, so...
He actually shot him, which caused the peasants to instantly rebel their allegiance and start attacking them. The anime guy decided that he's not working with this scum, and he shot him as well. And then the two remaining guys were kicked to death by the peasants. So every single person except the anime kawaii guy died, kicked to death by the peasants after they initiated violent combat against an innocent man.
Beautiful.
And that's how it ended.
Oh, Jesus.
So I'm sure,
Skinner's just a guy I can kill, right?
yeah, he is. So I'm sure you can tell why we never did another session after that.
Yeah, I can see that.
It was just a fucking complete train wreck. Well, actually, I misspoke, because what happened was not that the other guy shot the guy who attacked, but one of the guys tried to shoot the owner as well, the farmer, but he missed and he actually shot the rubber ducky guy in the head by accident. Like, the roll was so perfect to shoot the other guy in the head by accident
Oh hey, this also requires strength now as well.
and kill him instantly.
But it only does 15 more damage and doesn't give any 100 skill improvement. So hey, it's still worse. It does 15 more damage. But other than that, it also has no evade block. So
Yeah, Master Sword is
Still
probably better.
Yeah, yes. I mean, I would require it would require me to level 30, put 30 points into strength at least.
Yeah,
So-
unacceptable.
Yeah, and it's only for 15 damage trader for 10 one-headed skill.
Especially since we don't have
Yeah, tablets.
tablets to alleviate the problem.
Exactly. Yoink. Anyways, well, it was an interesting group, to say the least. But
It was a very unique experience for sure.
yeah, it kind of reminds me of like when I did like my first with the theater group I'm with. I also did like a. Oh no! Why did I do that? Oh wait, he just
I
gave.
gotta go.
Oh, I just keep that. Why did it stay? No, it didn't take it. Learning points. Of the theater group. And there was one guy that basically just played the game to see how far he can go. And he played a dwarf called Rebecca Riesenschwanz. Riesenschwanz meaning giant dick. Throughout the whole game, he just tried to look what he could get away with. Like, the scenario was the one I already said at one point, is like some sort of carnival. They were like guests of honor because they helped the city, or the city get rid of a goblin plague. So they were guests of honor at the fair or carnival or whatever the hell. Throughout the whole time, like the first thing he instigated is like go to the tavern tent, jump behind the counter and try to steal the lockbox, like in plain sight of the barkeeper. Like he didn't even try to make it look
Smart.
try to make it sneaky. So a whole brawl broke out in the tent, which I had to break up after like half an hour of combat because, well, it was going nowhere. So I just said, okay, you know what, the mayor comes and breaks it up and is like, oh hey, okay, you go to the arena because
I'll
the main
come back
event
later.
was that their best warrior is supposed to kill the goblin leader they captured in front of the public to basically like cement the victory over the goblin plague. So they chose their champion out of the group, and then Rebecca Riesenschwanz decided to not only jump into the arena, but also streak. In other words, completely naked, she runs into the arena, only with her longsword, runs up to the captured goblin, gives the goblin her sword, and is like, you know, I'm so sorry that we slaughtered all your kind. I'll make it up to you. Let's break out of this mess together. And the first thing the goblin obviously did is stab her like a shish kebab. Because why the fuck is that? What kind of idea is that?
Based goblin.
Yes. And then the last thing she or he did, rather. The nice detail I forgot to say about it, it's like we played it locally at my place, and he was so in character that he actually dressed up as a lady, as a guy. He looked more like a weird hippie, but I still appreciated the thought.
Did he also strip naked to be robbed?
No, luckily he did not. But I still loved the effort he put in. But
by the way, Lucia is actually dressed more modestly in this mod.
Yeah, I did not. I tried to ignore it because I was just too, like, and I didn't want to talk to her exactly because of that, because I want to make that basically a topic for afterwards. But anyways, okay. So the last thing he did was I had like this little plot going that, like I said, with the Funhouse of Death, where they would like figure out that something is going wrong, because like they would go with other people into that funhouse, and then suddenly there's like one couple with them, and suddenly the couple, she would miss her husband. Her husband would not get out of it, because the last room would be like a room of mirrors, and she makes it out, but he gets captured, and she's like completely flabbergasted because she can't find her husband anymore, which would be like the trigger for the quest of like, oh, what is where? Oh yeah, well let's take a look where your husband is. But no, Rebecca Riesenschwanz's idea was to tell her, oh, he went to the restroom. He was really sick when he came out, so he lured her to the restroom, got her into one of the cabins, and robbed her ass. At gunpoint, basically, like hold the dagger to her first, like give me all the shit you have, otherwise I'm gonna stab you like the little bitch that you are, or something like that.
Wow.
Honestly, what do you want to say?
These kinds of players, every time.
Hey, honestly, I am honestly glad it was only just robbing her. I was afraid that he would rape her.
I know. That's what I was expecting.
Yeah, that was my bigger worry. It's like, oh no, you are not going to rape her. Please don't tell me you want to do that. But
well, he didn't have a giant dick like the rubber ducky, so.
Well, still, but yes, that was.
He didn't have the chance.
Yeah.
Didn't have the tool.
Well, the thing is, yeah, I guess he would have done something like that, because I gave them like, oh, these are the races, these are the classes you can play. I guess if I wouldn't have given him a restriction, he would probably go full rubber ducky giant dick thing.
He would have played rubber ducky with it.
Do you want it?
Yeah, but it
I mean,
was...
come on, I gave them restrictions. You're all supposed to be humans, but they would not agree to that.
Well, that's the point of a DM, where you need to put your foot down.
Between the choice to instantly cancel the game before it started and giving it a chance, I think it's fair enough to at least try once.
I guess so. Well, I
anyway,
mean,
what's funny is that I made like 6 or 7 screens, for that mission, and they already got themselves killed on the second one, on the farm.
Okay.
Because they killed each other.
Lucia looks so decent. It's weird.
I know, right? She has shorts.
Yeah, shorts, and also her top is not as completely like flapped apart like in her. Also, she doesn't have Oh, because she does have giant boobies, but she doesn't have it exposed like the other citizens.
Like Liver is the opposite day universe
Yeah.
of Gothic 2, where the decent women look like total bitches, and the total bitches look like decent women.
Do you deny Inus then, wench?
Do you deny in us then, wench?
How could I? It's just, but I never doubted it.
I bet this conversation must be really fun if you do it while you're already a paladin.
I want to become more dexterous. Oh, I can. And I can actually level dex twice. I have 30 learning points. I think that's still our goal, right?
Yeah, it is.
Oh, she has Amethyst. And Ring of Major Dexterity. That would be another place to buy that thing.
Yep.
Okay. Well,
But
let's
we
put
already found one of those, so...
There's nothing else I can.
Oh, she's... Oh, I have to unequip shit. It's like, oh no, you're too dexterous for me. Well, let me unequip my amulet that makes me less dexterous. Oh yeah, now I can teach you something.
Also, the way that scenario was... the way I intended that scenario to go was that in the crypt they would find a necromancer, you know, whom they would kill.
Yeah.
And, you know, you would assume that would be the person responsible for all the undead, right?
Yeah.
And that's like the thing that the quest givers in the city also assumed. It's like, oh yeah, it's a necromancer. That's a normal thing for beginner hunters to deal with.
Necromancer's gonna necro.
Yeah, but what was actually going on is that under the crypt there was a demon, an actual demon, which is like way more powerful than necromancer. Although this wasn't a very powerful demon. I actually made it so that the way I planned it was that they would die, almost guaranteed, but it was possible to win with like good items, because even the starting shop sold some alchemical ingredients that would allow you to like paralyze demons, etc. So it was technically winnable if you did everything perfectly, but not very likely. But what was supposed to happen was that they would all die, but then they would get brought back to life from death by two Holy Order warriors who basically noticed all the undead, you know, scattered around in the forest and decided to investigate for themselves. And what's with resurrection in that setting was supposed to be that it's a very expensive process, but you can do it pretty reliably on fresh corpses. But again, it's very expensive. So the reason the Holy Warrior Orders wanted to do that was because they saw the badges on your on the characters, you know, suits, clothes that denoted that they were part of the Purifying Lead, and they knew that the members of the Purifying Lead that were high ranked had like life insurance of sorts, and
So
that if you resurrect them or rescue them in other ways, you would get paid for
For
it.
some odd reason, I can't brew loose hammer. It just
Do you
doesn't let me.
have the
Ingredients?
ingredients?
Well, why would it bitch at me? It would bitch at me otherwise, normally, right?
Oh yeah, probably, but maybe it's one of those semi-bugged things.
Yeah, shit's broke you.
Just make sure that you have them, because I don't actually remember what's required in it.
Yeah, like some weird stuff. Take a water bowl, 2 turnips, decent portion of swamp weed, quantity of charm. See, shot of rum. I think might not have the turnips.
Do you have the rum?
Oh, I only have 1 turnip. I need 2
Oh.
turnips.
Only 1 turnip, I see.
Well, let's see what I have to turnip over to find one.
Really now?
Well, you laughed, which surprised me.
it was like this kind of really laugh, like, did you really just say that?
It just caught you off guard.
Yeah, it was like too abstract
Hey,
to be
you.
possible.
Okay, who the fuck has turnips? Can I buy them from somewhere? I remember having this problem a lot of times in this stupid game because like nobody ever fucking needs turnips. Except for this dumb recipe. I can go back to Lobart's farm and buy all the turnips he has now.
I'll come back later.
Ah, I guess I'll do that later then.
So yeah, the idea was that they were resurrected by the Holy Order warriors who thought they were some high-ranking members because, well, they died fighting a demon, right? They wouldn't send some
Wait a
kind of
minute.
fucking scrubs to fight a demon.
Mm.
But no, it was all this a misunderstanding, and when they hear that you're some kind of, and when you tell them that you're some kind of newbies, they basically extort everything you own from you as payment for your resurrection. And then you go back to the central and you get fired for someone else doing your job.
Beautiful.
So the end result will basically be that they have no money, no equipment, and just got fired from their only job. So you know it was a whole story of starting. It was going to be a story of having to start anew, doing some probably illegal things just to get by. But we never got to that part because they never even saw the necromancer, let alone the demon.
Okay, can I just still... Oh yeah, can try lose double hammer. Hooray.
Oh yeah, that thing that instantly kills you.
Oh, it does?
Yes.
Lose hammer.
Or maybe it only takes away half of your max HP. I don't remember.
Takes away half of my HP. I think lose hammer just gives me strength or something like that.
Fire strips give you strength.
Ah,
I
if you
think
want-
loose hammer gives you 1 max mana.
Hooray. Or does it actually make a difference? Because at one point I should be at... Oh, I have 15 mana. Okay, let's give it to Schnuff. Why Schnuff? I got
I
you.
distilled
Schnuff?
Excellent. Here
Yeah,
you go.
Schnuff.
Is that how it's actually pronounced in German?
No. No, all the... For some reason, all the... Whatchamacallit? All the names in the German Gothic are also pronounced in an English way.
I see. So there's no Schnuff.
No. But it just sounds cute. Okay, where's the fire strips? There. Fire strips. Strength increased by 1. Hooray.
Fire
Almost.
goulash.
Almost worth it. Okay, I think that's good enough for today.
It's just like Thecla's stew.
Yeah, I think so.
Basically, Thecla makes fire strips.
Okay. End stream. ND stream boy 11. Because I still have to keep up the stream boy thing.
I never honest.
Alright.
Oy vey.
Ivy. Yeah, I shemai. Little boop. What kind of schlamassel you think you are in? Or something like that.
I'll never get this.
Okay.
Remember
figured out
that
the right key.
dwarves aren't the perfect Jews because the perfect Jews are the gnomes.
Put down that weapon.
Come on, you're not a mountain gnome.
Oh, can I just kill Senyan and just be done with him?
I don't. You would have to kill him sooner or later anyway. So
Oh, I still have an arrow in my hand. Okay, anyways. Well,
Yes.
that's it for today. Thanks everybody.
is there even
for-
anyone left in this stream chat?
Oh, last chat was half an hour ago. Because the golden rubber ducky.
Yeah, and I think that story killed the remnant of your viewer base.
Oh, now people get a... What? I hear something stop it now, but nobody's running at me.
I mean, actually, it shows like friggin' 15 people in chat or something, but nobody talks.
Oh dear lord. Yeah, I guess I'm just background noise to them. Which is lit.
For the gold. You hero.
The background noise with stories about the rubber duckies with dicks.
Exactly. Alright, well, anyways. Have a good night, everybody who's still alive. And otherwise, not good night, because you smell and such. Okay, no.
Yes, you have a good night as well,
Yeah.
mein Freund.
Ooh. He talks German.
Ja,
Okay.
ja, naja.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
enough of
Schweine.
this.
Alright.
Enough of this cultural appropriation.
Yeah, alright. Au revoir.